What's up, everybody? Good evening. Welcome, Outlaws. Game two. Game two of the Atlanta Braves and the Los Angeles Dodgers out at Dodgers Field. So, as you see in the beginning, we honored Bobby Cox, who unfortunately passed away at the age of 84. The skipper passed away. Looks like they're having something down on the field, guys. Let me get this up.
Died on Wednesday at the age of 87. Bobby Cox managed Atlanta to 14 straight division titles, 5 National League pennants, and the 1995 World Series championship. Including his years managing in Toronto, Bobby Cox amassed 2,504 career wins, 4th in Major League history, and was a 4-time Manager of the Year. Cox was enshrined in the Baseball Hall of Fame in 2014. Words can hardly capture the transformative impact Ted Turner had on sports, entertainment, news, philanthropy, and environmental activism. In baseball, he owned the Atlanta Braves from 1976 to 1996, overseeing the franchise's rise not only on the field, but in the national
rest
consciousness.
In peace, Bobby and Ted Turner. Can't forget Mr. Turner passing away.
At this time, we ask you to join in a moment of silence in honor of both Bobby Cox and Ted Turner.
All right, here we go. Welcome in, everybody. Hey, David. Hey there, Hawk. How you boys doing? I think we're pretty set. Unfortunately, guys, I have storms, and it's supposed to be a pretty good one, and it's already kind of messing with the internet. So hopefully it holds out. I'm going to go as long as I can, but there may be a possibility that I lose stream. So hopefully not. Hopefully not. There is that possibility. As you guys can see, we have actually updated the upgrade Starlink goal. We're now setting it at 350 because we have generously had $230 donated towards that. Now what that's going to do is it's going to pay to get the equipment here. It'll pay for installation, and whatever's left over after the first month, I'm going to try to extend out and pay as many months with it as possible. So we're going to go until the end of May, the end of this month. Hopefully by the first week of June, I'll have Starlink. Yeah, even my phone's not even sending messages. All right, so let's get things rolling. Sure we got this. Yes, we do. All right, so we could also go over some stats here. Can you guys believe that the Chicago, of all seasons, the Chicago Cubs are now in first place, the Atlanta Braves are in second, and the Dodgers are in third place in the NL? All 3 teams that I religiously follow are 1, 2, and 3 in the NL. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, I believe the Cubbies are actually, check that out. I forgot to start my local host. Give it in a minute while it loads.
If anyone can be acknowledged,
I believe the Cubbies are
to
first
ever do
overall
it,
in the
it's
MLB. They have the
Bobby
best
Cox,
record.
one of the greatest managers the game of baseball has ever
27
known.
wins, I do believe.
Bobby Cox got his start as a manager with the Braves in 1978.
All right, we're gonna mute that up now. Let's check and see if that stat page is available yet. Okay, so why is that not? I guess it doesn't want to work today. But we have the Dodgers. We have the Dodgers stats, and we do have the Braves stats, and we'll probably look at those here shortly. I know it's just so crazy that they all have looked so good too, even with the losses. Like I've watched a bunch of the Cubs games. I've definitely watched the Braves games, absolutely, and then I've definitely seen some of the Dodgers. And they're playing great ball. All right, let's get back to the stat panel. All right, so I see last night, and I watched some of the game today. My procedures went fairly well. I was pretty wore out, so I wanted to stream last night, and I couldn't sit in the chair long enough. I just wasn't feeling the greatest, so I took last night off, and here we are tonight. Unfortunately, I see that we lost, I believe, 3-1. So yeah. We're gonna be playing all the tough teams here coming, or we're gonna be playing some of the tough teams. Some of the teams that are playing real hard nosed ball right now. Hey, it's only gonna tell you, can we hang? Can we really hang with the big boys? We've already shown it, Phillies are starting to turn it around. They're playing well now. But hey, nothing's gonna say. We were 25-10 at one point, best record in the league. This season's so far from being over, so I look forward to it. Those are definitely going to be some hard tests. Okay, so we are supposed to have first pitch at 8:10, guys, but 8:10 CDT, 9:10 EDT, and 6. I believe it's 6:10 PDT time. But I don't know. I don't think we might not have first pitch right then and there because they're doing a lot of the remembrance for Bobby Cox. But when we do come, Blake Snell making his debut from injury IL. He'll be on the mound for the Dodgers tonight. I know that my thumbnail said Sasaki, or I believe that was the youngster's name. That is what the MLB said up until 12 hours before the game. And I just decided I'm just going to leave it there. So it is actually Blake Snell, starting pitcher for the Dodgers tonight. And then coming in for leadoff for the Atlanta Braves tonight will be Mauricio Dubon. Mr. Dubon, left fielder, number 14 for Atlanta, will be the leadoff batter. Then we'll have Drake Baldwin starting on deck. And in the hole, hiding, waiting to bat, third will be Ozzie Albies. We'll also go on to Matt Olson will be your fourth hitter of the night. Austin Riley, your fifth. Michael Harris, the second, playing center field tonight, will be batting sixth. Sean Murphy, catcher tonight, will be batting seventh. Eli White, who will be out in right field, will be batting eighth. And then Jorge Mateo, shortstop, he'll be batting ninth tonight. And of course, Spencer Strider, right-handed pitcher for the Atlanta Braves, will be the starting pitcher for tonight's contest. As soon as they get to something, guys, that I can start us up with, I'll get something here going for sound. I do apologize if you guys are experiencing any buffering, any lag. You'll have to reset your connection to the channels, probably. My internet is really wonky tonight. But I didn't want to cancel. It's Strider playing again. So I posted up a little bit in the chat. That was just one of the verses for the Strider man. I told you guys I was going to work on something. And I did. I actually got a few verses. Here's another little bit for Strider Man. Yeah, I know the spacing's not right. But you just gotta kind of. Well, let's see. Let's see if I can. Nope, it just. I have it all spaced out. Well, I guess, I know what we'll do. I'll post it one at a time. Comes the last two for this verse. And at some time, guys, I'll actually put all the verses up. You'll be able to find them on the channel. I'm actually working at doing a parody video with music and everything done. Yes, having help with the AI, but I'm starting to learn some of that. Trying to make something cool. That was another one of the verses. Well, I worked on a bunch.
Series between the Atlanta Braves
and
the Los Angeles Dodgers. It is.
It's like our interactive is up.
Across Braves country in Major League Baseball. The baseball will be played in honor of Bobby Cox tonight here at this historic ballpark. Game 2 of the series and the lineup for Walt Weiss and the Atlanta Braves presented by Racetrack. Dubon is going to lead it off, so that puts Baldwin in the second spot. And Jorge Mateo returning to the lineup and batting ninth and playing short.
Now I got to cut that out, guys, with the music. Blake Snell. All right, Snell, last season, 11 starts. He had a 5-4 record with a 2.35 ERA.
It is
pitch
another
coming.
gorgeous night for baseball here in Southern
That's
California.
going to be on the corner, on the
Have to
edge
think
of the
Bobby
plate.
Cox looking
Strike
down on
one.
this one tonight. And the first pitch is a strike.
Dubon
0-1
with a
here
267
to Dubon.
average on the season and a 734 OPS with 2 dinger home runs.
Well, we know
That's
about
going to be
Snell
foul
and
ball
his
out of
past,
play.
CJ, and the
Strike
Cy
2.
Youngs and all the
Count
success, but
is
as you
now
said, limited
0
last
balls,
year.
2 strikes.
And he was supposed to make another rehab start in single-A baseball, so having him here tonight is a bit of a surprise.
It is a big surprise, and then thinking about how deep he can really go. What was it, 50 pitches in the last one for him? And
That's going to be a
I don't
chopper,
think-
foul
I feel
ball
like they're in
down
a
the third
desperate
base
situation.
line.
Like you do that, sometimes you push a
Count
little bit.
will
If
stay
your
the
team's
same,
not playing
and
well, if
we'll
you're short
do
on
that
starters,
again.
but they preferred that Snell make this start instead of Roki Sasaki, who was scheduled to make it.
He gets ahead of Dubon, no balls and 2 strikes. And Dubon softly.
Dubon's going to get a base hit right up the left center.
And it'll be a single for Dubon to get the party started.
Oh, sorry guys,
CJ,
I
what
see
do you
on my
have
head
for
in
the
the
14?
interactive. Let me get
We
us
keep it
synced
pretty
up.
simple here this evening for the Atlanta Braves.
So
And
we
our
know
focus
Dubon
will
gets
be
a
throughout the
hit.
broadcast,
Here's
Bobby
his hit.
Cox. And how about winning it here tonight for number 6?
A number that will never be worn again in Braves history, as it should be. A man that went into the Hall of Fame back in 2014 and did so along 2 of his greats in Glavine and Maddox.
All right.
Now Drake Baldwin flipping
There
from
we
the
go.
top spot.
That should
and
be close
Drake
enough.
back in the number 2 hole, and probably an area he's
All
more
right, so
comfortable
1
in.
ball,
So
no
we saw that
strikes.
first home run that he
to
hit
Drake
his first
Baldwin.
game in the leadoff spot. Like,
Baldwin
okay,
with
no
a
problem,
297
but I do
average
think
and an
there's something probably
880
to having
OPS.
Dubon in front of
9
him, especially
home
against
runs
the
on the
lefty.
season.
It's the lowest we see Drake Baldwin
We
hit here
have
in the
no
two.
outs, runner on first. That's going to catch the
Keep
edge,
in
so
mind
that'll
as you
be
think
ball
about the
or
top
strike
spot of the
1.
order and Ronald
1
Acuña
ball,
Jr.
1 strike.
Ronald is eligible to come off the IL.
Welcome
on
in, everybody.
Wednesday
Appreciate you stopping in.
with that hamstring injury.
Hey, if
He
you haven't
tested
done
it
so
yesterday
yet, be
before
sure
the
to hit
game,
that
felt
like
pretty
and that
good, but Walt
subscribe
said he
button,
still
guys and
has
gals.
quite a few boxes to check.
All
They're
right,
gonna be
Snell
very
has the
careful, so
signal.
don't be
The
surprised
wind-up.
if he
Oh,
is
he's
not
going to
back
go after
until a few days, if
Dubon
not
at
longer,
first.
than the
He
Wednesday
didn't really go after
window
him.
to
He just kind
return.
of
The Braves are playing
nonchalantly
the long
tossed it
game,
over
and
there.
they put themselves in a position here early on where they can afford to do that, right? If you were down,
Ron's got to be
if it
careful.
was like it was
I think
last
he's
year,
been,
you might feel a little bit
if
more
I'm not
anxiety
mistaken,
and
he's been
push
picked
Ronald.
off this season.
You don't have to do that right now.
A comfortable lead in the NL East. Braves still 26-13 even after these last couple of losses.
And guys and gals, my internet is kind of acting up tonight, so things might fluctuate up and down. I do apologize about it now. Snell with windup and the pitch. Ooh.
Baldwin.
Oh.
Well, checked out and he went. So just unfortunate. He's kind of getting out of the way, but he put his
Getting out of the way. Oh, come
Drake Baldwin is one of these
on.
guys that treats
So they're
his
saying
plate
he-
appearances and
I gotta
every
see
pitch that
this.
he gets in his swing mode, and then it's more about telling yourself not
Oh,
to swing.
it's more.
Gonna hear
It's
that
more of
terminology
him.
sometimes
Him
from
getting
many
out of the
coaches
way
where
is what
it's
caused the
swing,
bat.
swing, swing, no, right? And I think that's how he kind of approaches things. And then by the time he realized it was too late, he couldn't
All right,
stop.
2-2 count. Top of the first. No outs. Here we go. Outside,
And that
ball
would
3,
miss us
full
outside.
count.
Home plate umpire tonight, by the way, is 44-year-old Ben May.
I did see that they just started using the check swing technology in the minor leagues the other day, maybe yesterday was the first time, and it's pretty fascinating. It's going to be on its test run right now.
Check
The hitters believe
swing.
it can't get here soon enough.
Guys,
It will
like the
favor them.
ABS, there will be a check swing.
And Drake Baldwin
There you go.
stays off the four-seam fastball. A good start here for Atlanta. A single and now a walk against Snell. Let's take a look at the Card Shield defense.
I mean, it does
behind
kind of
Blake
take
Snell for
away,
the Los Angeles
you know,
Dodgers.
a part of baseball
Hernandez,
is umpires
Paz, and
making
Tucker in the
mistakes.
outfield.
I understand.
Switch on the infield today.
But not
You've
the
got Kim making
not
the
the
start at
egregious,
short and Freeland at
whatever that
second.
word is. That's, you know, that's crazy. Hey, how you doing there, Lenny?
Yesterday was a 3-1 win.
Thank
for
you
the
for
Dodgers.
popping in.
Braves
Yeah,
left a lot
definitely.
on
Let's
base.
go
10.
Braves.
Just 1 for 10 with runners
We
in
need-
scoring
we need this
position.
one.
So runners here early for Atlanta. Let's see if they can.
All right,
take
so we got
advantage.
Ozzie Albies at the plate. Runners on first and second. 1 ball, no strikes. Here's the pitch. Foul ball, out of play.
Walt did such an excellent job today handling the media and said some really profound things. You heard a lot of that in our open.
I wonder what Ozzie, he just
And
went back and asked.
the words that he was
Yes,
using,
yep,
he started
some-
talking about impact and legacy in particular, and how he's trying to do his part the way Snit did his part to kind of continue
All
that
right,
Bobby Cox
wind up and
legacy.
set. Swing,
Really
miss,
impressive today.
strike
Really
2.
good ball.
Come on, Ozzy. I can't believe he went for that one.
Yeah, and you think
Boy,
about
that
Brian
was so
Sicker
far
today.
down
He
the
was
dirt,
kind enough
he
to
just
join the pregame
kinda
show and
golf
do a
swung
tremendous
that
tribute talking
way
about
out
his
there with the
dear
bat.
friend Bobby Cox. And you know, Bobby Cox was watching just a couple
But
of weeks ago when Brian
we
Sicker
have
got
seen
inducted into
Albies
the
hit
Braves
them
Hall of Fame.
like
And
that.
so
Swinging,
glad that Bobby was
letting
around
go
to
with
see
one
that
hand
moment
and
for
catching
Brian
it as it's
Sicker.
down in there.
1-2.
Seen it.
Upstairs, 2 balls, 2 strikes.
That's upstairs. 2
Yeah,
balls,
lighter
2
moment
strikes.
when Walt was telling us that
Runners
Bobby
on
watches all the
first
games.
and
I just
second,
couldn't help
top
but think a
of the
little bit of
first.
times he's probably was saying,
Albies with a 3-1-1 batting
vertical
average.
break, man. Come on.
886
Keep it simple,
yes.
you know baseball.
Albies has 8 home runs on the season. Not too shabby for the start of the season. I think the that's going to be a blooper.
This could work out well.
That's gonna be good. Everybody's safe.
Will Smith can't do anything with it.
Matt Olson heading to the
30-foot
plate with
single
a
for
grand
Ozzie,
slam
and the bases are
opportunity.
juiced with nobody
No
out.
outs. There you go, Braves.
Sometimes you get a little bit lucky here. This is that good curveball from Blake Snell. It's going to be just kind of topped into the ground there by Ozzie, but he puts his head down and he takes off. And that's the thing.
Beautiful, beautiful. Everybody was safe.
So Dubon at third, Baldwin at second, Ozzie at first, and
Come
now
on, Matty.
Olson to the
Here
plate.
comes the swing. No
And again,
swing.
for as
Ball
good
one.
as Blake Snell has been in his career, this is his season debut coming back from that shoulder issue. Say he's on a 75-pitch limit tonight, and he's running into some trouble here in the first.
All right, here's the pitch. That's going to catch the
Nothing
top
will
of the
make
plate,
Dave
so
Roberts
strike
more
one.
than seeing a really
Counts
high pitch
even.
count in the first inning. When you have a guy coming back from rehab, we'll talk about what that number might be under a
Dodgers
regular
wearing their
35. You start to push it, you get
wearing
antsy,
their
but when it's a
City
guy that
Connect
was supposed to be
uniforms
rehabbing,
tonight.
you can push it up even close to that. You might get him out of this game pretty quick.
Atlanta Braves in their traditional gray
He had
road
the issue
uniforms.
last year that CJ mentioned. He was out 4 months last year. In fact, his last start in 2025
Yeah, I think,
before being shut down with
I
a
think
shoulder
my
issue was
community
against the
post,
Braves
I think
on
I
April
put the wrong
2nd.
one. I
He
think
didn't
I had him
return
in
until
the-
August 2nd.
in
And
the
then went
alternate
on to
blue.
stay healthy the rest of the way before having that shoulder
Braves
flare up again in
anyways.
spring training.
Here comes the pitch.
2-2
Down
here to
low,
Olson.
outside, ball 2. Count is even again. Top of the first, no outs. Bases loaded. At the bomber Olson at the plate. 2-2 count. Here's the pitch.
And it fouls off
Foul
the slider
ball.
from Snell.
Count will stay the same. We'll do it again.
Matt tonight
Matty
playing
with a
his
293 batting average.
23rd consecutive
OPS still a
game, and that passes
1.032 on
Gus
the
Scherr
season.
for the
13
10th longest
home
streak
runs.
in Major League
I
Baseball
do believe
history. So now
I think Judge
Matty's
and
in the top 10.
Murakami hold the lead with 15. I have not looked at any of today's
Everybody
stats,
looking
so
up at the great calendar.
somebody could have maybe gotten ahead with that. I haven't looked.
Wave and a miss.
That's
It's a
going to catch
slider.
him. He's going to rack him up.
Ball game.
Strike 3. Matty swings. Misses.
That swing there looked like Matt Olson.
Matty usually got way better
Knew that was going
plate
to be
vision than
borderline
that.
a tough pitch to handle. He was
Good
hoping
job,
for some
Snell.
contact in foul territory to keep
Matt
it back
Olson's
going.
got great plate vision, so just strike him out. All right,
Only a
so here
couple of
comes
hits,
Austin
including a
Riley.
double and an RBI
On deck is
yesterday,
Michael
batting
Harris,
Braves'
the
only
second.
run in the 3-1 loss. Grounder here to the left side. Kim to second. That's the only one.
They're only going to get the one, so we will score.
First as Dubon comes
Braves
home.
had scored. Dubon crossed. We now have runners on first and second. My apology, on the corners, first and third. They got the force out at second, but we're not able to turn a double. So we have
Pretty good
Mr.
velocity
Money,
early
Michael
on the
Harris,
fastballs
heading to
at
the plate.
98 miles an hour. They weren't going to have a chance to turn it, but an impressive pitch nonetheless. And Blake Snell working to try to find that ground ball. He's got a no card in his back pocket.
Might have the.
Looks like
Also
Snell
got the
has
pitch
the
count there on
pitch.
the left side
Here's
of
the
his
windup
belt.
end delivery.
Like he
That's-
looked at his notes and
They're
put
going
it
to
back
call
against
that.
the
Come on,
pile.
Mike.
Tell
He's
you,
not
we
gonna
never
challenge
stood
it.
for something like that, Mr. Bobby Cox.
Yeah, I guess the interactive over here shows. I'll tell you, that interactive is certainly
Michael
different
Harris
than the
hitting
broadcast.
sixth in the lineup. Kind of fitting. The Atlanta kid
didn't
hitting
look like he
sixth
caught it.
tonight on the day we lost number 6.
Swing and a miss.
0-2 here to Harris.
Money Mike behind in the count. No balls, 2 strikes. We have 2 outs. Runners on the corner. Top of the first. Braves leading 1-0.
And Snell.
No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
That's right, Michael Harris. Strike 3, out number 3. Oh, such a heartbreaker. Money Mike has certainly cooled off. Like, he was having such a phenomenal hot streak. It's kind of cooling. I think he's overthinking it. All right, so when they come back, guys and gals, we're going to have Spencer Strider, number 99, right-handed pitcher for the Atlanta Braves on the mound. We'll have at the plate, DH, number 17, Shohei Ohtani will be leadoff hitter for the Dodgers. We'll have Freddie Freeman on deck with Will Smith hiding in the hole there, waiting to bat third. Strider man, Strider man. Out on the mound, game on the line. Mustache shining in the stadium lights. Fastball blazing through the zone. Every hitter going home alone. Crowd gets loud, the Braves take the field. Batter knows this guy's the real deal. Leg kick high, pitch explodes. Another strikeout on the board it goes, baby. Strike Strider man, throws it harder than the radar can. 98, make it 10-01. Watch out, watch those strikeouts stack up.
Looking to even the series tonight here against the Dodgers. 1-0.
Look out, here comes the Strider man. I'm telling you, it's going to be put to music and it won't be me singing it.
The lineup for Dave Roberts is presented by Racetrack.
All right, so Shohei Ohtani heading to the plate.
Ohtani drove in a run as well in the 3-1 Dodger victory.
Come on, Strider. Come on. We need you to start strong. Come on, baby.
Something we had talked about, and clearly for Spencer Strider.
Come on, Strider man.
That's not the name of his game, so we know he's very excited to get back to work in between starts and get ready for this one here this evening.
He has not faced the Dodgers since that historic 2023 campaign.
That's going to catch the top corner for strike 1.
Season. So it has been a while for Strider, but he is back, and greeting him on the other side.
All right, Ohtani with a 248 average and an 822 OPS. Ohtani kind of laxing behind right now with the home runs. He's only got 6 currently on the season. Strider with the pitch. Ooh, that's going to be up and out. 97 mile an hour, 14 fastball. Earlier, but way up and out.
43 of them, 27 curveballs, 14 sliders.
I don't know. He's got to work.
Makes a little
difference. He's got to get that control back.
And we talked about some of that
down in the dirt inside.
We'll see though how that plays tonight as he misses there with a curveball.
Yeah, first breaking ball of the night. Maybe it's a new BFF here for Spencer Strider. Tough break for the slider. They've been so.
All right, Strider with the pitch, wind up delivery, right in there, 96 mile an hour. Septic pass, Shohei who swings and misses.
His own
counts even at 2.
Try to figure out how he can become better. Shaking his head right here.
Here's the pitch.
Swing
and a miss. Racked him up. There's a K on the day for Strider man.
Feeling it early on, you can tell with the body language.
Yes, we will have. We will have strikeout animations. We will have home run animations. There will be some new things coming. Hopefully,
in the first pitch.
The next time I stream,
that number is about 12.
I will not be streaming tomorrow, though, guys and gals.
And some people may roll their eyes, but it matters, folks. That
I know it's Mother's Day.
Air, that high
I'm going to give Ronnie,
baseball moves.
Mr. Maverick over there on Maverick Sports.
Freddie Freeman had a homer last night. And he pops this up. No homer here.
Okay, that's going to be Freddie Freeman pop flying it out to center field. Easy. And a corn. Out number 2.
Catcher, number 16.
Strider looking good so far. 7 pitches in, 2 outs.
Freddie Freeman trots back to the dugout. Remember, too, his first manager was Bobby Cox. When Freddie debuted in September of 2010, it was the end of Bobby.
Yeah, that music, guys. I'm going to cut that off.
Bobby is very much on Freddie Freeman's mind tonight.
Yeah, as we start.
All right, that's going to be ball one. First pitch was down and left of the bottom
was kind of
corner.
bookended. Right, thinking about that first year when he was managing, which is wild. Phil
Right,
UNIQLO,
lined up
39
and
years
pitch.
old. That was Bobby's
Caught that
first
bottom
year,
corner.
was
Come
at
on,
78.
challenge that.
And then that last year,
Come on, Murph.
he's got 20-year-old Freddie Freeman.
I think
There's
Murph's
lot of
probably a little
baseball
gun shy
between all
now.
that and how it
You know, the
started
other
and
night
how
he
it
just
ended for
blew.
Bobby
He
Cox
blew
as a
both of our
Think of all
challenges
the
right immediately.
players and the lives
terrible,
that Bobby
terrible
Cox
challenge.
affected throughout those generations.
That's going to be a hit out to left. That's going to be dropped in for a base hit.
The bounce. 2-out single. The resume.
Will Smith, who's
pretty
been
incredible.
batting
Fourth most
fairly
all
decent
time
for
as far
the
as wins
Dodgers.
go. That 95 title, which is really the
He had a
first
266
major
average
sports
with a
title in
707
Atlanta
OPS,
history.
3
It was
homers
so
on the
big
day.
for
He's
the
now
city.
1 for 1.
First ballot Hall of Famer.
We got Kyle Tucker heading to the plate. Andy Pages.
Division titles. No other team,
I hate
no other
seeing
franchise
Pages.
has ever had more
Should
than
be
9
Pages,
straight.
but
He led
that's
the Braves
another-
to 14
Another
straight.
story for another day.
I know you like that picture with
I
a
don't
cigar.
wanna go off on
That's a good one. Yeah,
Tangent
that was a
about
good
it.
one. And nothing wrong with a Cohiba.
Come
once in a
on,
while.
check swing.
Still not my favorite of all of the stats and the great things that he did. We need a little footnote. Don't forget about those.
And then we got Max
162
Muncy right now hiding,
Easy
hiding
number
in the
to remember
hole.
because he basically got
Waiting to
ejected
bat
for a full
third.
season over the course of the 29 years that he was.
All right, so Strider ahead in the count.
That
No
is a
balls,
record.
1 strike,
That'll never
2
be.
outs.
Yes,
Runner
I
out
think it
first,
is
bottom
safe to
first.
say.
Rays leading 1-0.
41
Foul
more
ball.
ejections than
Out of
anybody else
play.
in the history of the game. And Chad Bishop of the AJC
Going
asked
2 count.
Walt Weiss, hey, you going to get tossed tonight in honor of Bobby Cox? And he smiled and said, no one can do it like Bobby, and the game's changed a little bit.
It's a lot harder to get ejected from a game.
The new acquisition, Kyle Tucker, was 1 for 3
All right,
with
here's
an
the
RBI
pitch.
double yesterday.
Down in the dirt. All 1. Trying to get Tucker to chase it. Either he was trying to get him to chase that, or he was seriously just that off of the pitch. I mean, the ball even bounced. I truly feel that Murph is a better catcher,
Strider ready for a 1-2
stopping
pitch.
the ball and everything than Baldwin.
Missing outside
in
with
my
a curveball
opinion.
to even things up.
So not only the
Baldwin's
usage,
a heck of a
we'll certainly
DH,
keep an eye on the
you
usage
know,
of those 2
and
breaking
a
pitches
great
tonight
hitter.
for
And he
Spencer
does
Strider
well
to
with
command.
catching
There was a
as
couple
well.
of times where he was
I
really
just feel
struggling
that
putting those breaking pitches
Murph
where
is a
he
better
wanted
catcher.
to. In
But
Colorado,
Baldwin by
everyone's
far
almost
is the
like
better
just
bat.
looking in his body language of not
Here's
really
the
having
pitch.
answers to why.
Swing and a miss.
That's
Got
a
him
good changeup
swinging.
right there to
That's
take
going to
care
do
of
it for
Tucker
the
and the
bottom of the
Dodgers in the
first.
first.
Heading to the top of the second, where the Braves will continue to try to stack on more for the lead. Atlanta ahead 1-0 over the Los Angeles Dodgers. We come back. Sean Murphy, Murphinator, will be at the plate. Murphy with a 167 average with a 334 OPS. Now remember, he's only been in the lineup a couple games. So, and then we got Eli White on deck, and Jorge Mateo will be batting third in the hole. Certainly appreciate everybody joining me tonight. I know CeeLo and Larry over on Dixon Way channel. I know they're both streaming the game tonight, so it's what it is, man. We got who we got, so I'm happy with that. I appreciate everybody that's here supporting us. Matter of fact, we always give loves, so we'll do a shout out on the go with CeeLo over there. YouTube.com/@ on the go with CeeLo. Check his channel out. Then Mr. Larry from the Dixon Way channel. This is youtube.com/@ _Dixon_Way.
Mentor, he was my
Great
father.
streamers,
He was
guys.
everything.
They not only do Braves content,
We
they
played
do
because him.
a host of other things.
We
Check
won
them
almost
out.
14 years because him.
As well as Ryzen Rhino.
Um,
I have to
you
get.
know, he was everything.
I gotta get some buttons
when
set
you
up.
say
Some
brave,
text
when you
or
say
something.
winning,
I can only
that's
do
Bobby Cox. When you
3.
remember those years, those
Of
good
the-
years, it's Bobby Cox.
The ones that come across.
And he teaches us how to play this game.
Oh, CeeLo had to
Perez,
cancel.
Braves coach,
That's
has spent
unfortunate.
parts of 9 seasons playing under Bobby Cox, including the 1995 year when he made his major league debut. And guys, it's just a tough day all around Braves country, particularly for a couple of former players in this dugout for Atlanta. The other, Walt Weiss, who of course joined the Braves late 90s to wrap up his career, and I had a chance to
All right,
speak
so
with
Snell
Walt.
ahead
He
in the
pointed
count.
out that the biggest
No balls,
reason
one
he is
strike.
in this current job as Braves manager might very well be Bobby
Murphy
Cox,
ready for
and
the
that's
pitch.
because
Nope, Snell's going
as
to
the
call
lights go out
timeout.
here at Dodger Stadium. That's because Bobby Cox was the first one to put Walt's name on Snit's radar when that bench coach job was open before 2018. Walt and Snit hardly knew each other, but it was Bobby's endorsement that really gave Snit a little extra pause and took a good, hard, long look at Walt Weiss. And lo and behold, 6 division titles, a World Series championship. Bobby Cox again making the right decision.
All right,
Think about
so
the time
here
that you
comes
spend
Snell's
as a player
pitch.
under a manager. Your time you're thinking
Gonna
who's
be
playing
right in
baseball.
there for
But
strike
you're
2.
actually also writing a resume. You don't realize that potentially if there's going to be work for you in this
Perfect.
game
It
after you're playing
certainly
games,
hits the
it's
ball.
well established while you're playing.
It's not
So
like he
clearly for
doesn't
Walt, while he was playing
have a
under
good
Bobby,
bat.
He made quite the
He
impression.
can
and it was a
definitely
name
hit the
that
ball.
he wanted Snit to have.
Sean Murphy.
He's going to wind him up there. Strike 3.
That is 3 strikeouts here
Out
early
1.
for Blake Snell.
Right fielder number 36.
Notable numbers, yeah, there you go. 162 ejections. We got it on there at the bottom. How about the postseason wins? All those playoff appearances.
Bobby Cox, the
16
most ejections
of
in
them for
MLB
Bobby
history
Cox.
with 162.
Well, Eddie Perez was getting emotional. Walt Weiss was getting emotional earlier, and see the impact.
Going
he
to
had
catch
on
the
their
bottom of
lives.
the
And I
plate for strike 1.
just listen to Walt like you were down there with Wiley.
Eli White with a
interviewing him, and Walt
222
talking
average in
about
the 680.
when he got to the Braves in 98.
635.
The franchise
OPS
was
with 2
established
home
at that
runs.
point. Bobby was an icon. They'd already
Here's
won
the
the World
pitch.
Series, and Walt
That's gonna
said,
be inside
I
for
just
ball
didn't want
1.
to come in and
Count
screw it
will
up. Be the
be
guy
even.
that came in and messed everything up. Obviously, Walt didn't. He was an all-star that year. He was tremendous. But he talked
Snell
about
now
the
pitching
confidence
his
that Bobby
31st pitch
instilled
of
in
the
him,
night.
how Bobby treated him as a player
Here
and
we
a
are in the
person.
top of the 2nd.
And that stuck with him always.
Got him, racked him up. Oh, strike 2, my bad.
That
1 and 2
balance,
count.
I think, of competitiveness,
I thought that was strike
which
3.
was very high, obviously, for Bobby. And
So
as Walt
Eli
said
White
today,
with 9
the level of
ribbies on the
accountability
season.
that came along with playing
2
for
home
him.
runs.
He demanded a lot of
You
you,
know,
but he
he's
did not lose sight of also
definitely
understanding your
been
person,
batting
understanding
well.
how hard this game is. He just
Good
balanced
eye.
it extremely well. And I think
That was
about
down
today,
and out of the pocket.
and I do
so
wonder
2
for Bobby
and
if
2
that
count.
came from his experience as a
Count is
player.
even at 2.
Played in the minor leagues for a long time, a little bit of time in the big leagues, but didn't have an overly successful major league career. But as he got into coaching, it clearly that
Snell
was his
with the
calling,
wind up
that he had
and
that
the
part of his
delivery.
background just to remind him of how hard this could be.
That's going to be a base hit
Eli
down
White
third
runs
line.
really well.
Over to first. He's going to leg it out safe. That is a
He's won
1-out
couple of
single
infield
for
singles.
Eli
Obviously got
White.
one last inning, and now Eli White here in the second.
We'll have Jorge Mateo heading to the plate
Guys, you
with
mentioned Walt
Mauricio
starting out with the
Dubon.
Braves there in
Stepping on deck.
1998. Remember, just 3
Dubon will
months
be
into
the
that
top of the
season,
order
Walt's
again.
son Brody got very ill with an E. coli scare. And
Welcome
Walt
in, everybody.
mentioned
Appreciate
how
you
Bobby
stopping
kind of put him
in.
in his office and say, Walt, go be with your family and come back whenever
If you're
you're
just
ready.
joining
And
us,
for
guys
Walt,
and
I think
gals,
that really resonated
we're in the
with
top
him,
of the second.
as
Braves
a manager,
have
trying to
runner
build
on
those
first, 1
relationships,
out.
make sure you support your
And the
guys
Braves
on
are
and off
currently
the field.
leading the Dodgers
It's
1-0.
that fine balance that
Here's
CJ has
Snell's
talked
pitch,
about.
swing, and a miss.
Discipline,
Strike
running the
1.
clubhouse the right way, but also having a heart and a care for others. And I think when you heard everybody
Mateo
talk
with the
about Bobby Cox
271
today,
batting
they will
average.
tell
So
you that Bobby
on the
Cox
season,
did that as well as anybody.
738
If
OPS.
you're interested in that story about
and
Walt's
2
son, it's a
home
pretty
run
fascinating
dingers
one.
on
His
the
wife
season.
Terry shared
Snell
that
has
story on
the
the Braves Country
ball.
Combos podcast back
Wind
in
up the
February.
delivery,
It's-
swing and a
it could
miss.
be a good listen.
Strike
Worth
2.
your time. It's pretty scary stuff that they went through.
That
when
was
they were
down
young
there.
as a player.
Yes. And thankful
Oh,
that Brody
looks
made
like
it through that.
looks like I'm a little ahead again. Though.
It was touch and go for a while, but Bobby was there
Let me
with
get
him
this,
by his
synced
side
up
every
for
step of
guys.
the way. Mateo batting ninth, back in the lineup. Saw Jim Jarvis the last couple of games. Got his first big league hit last night. But now Mateo.
All right, here we go, here we go.
Returns here this evening.
That's going to be outside for a ball. So the count is now 1 ball, 2 strikes. Snell ahead in the count. He has the signal. Wind up. And the
Snell with a
pitch.
1-2.
Down in the dirt, bouncing.
Laying off that pitch.
The
is
runner
Mateo.
will stay, though. The runner stayed at
And with
first.
Snell, what you get is you'll get a lot of strikeouts.
Good stop,
You get a lot of walks. You get a lot of long at-bats
Will
with
Smith-
Blake Snell on the
Will
mound.
Smith's a
Never
pretty
has
good
been very
catch.
efficient throughout his career, right? It's going to be a lot of pitches. 16, 17 per inning has kind of been the average over these
All right,
last couple
Snell
of years.
pitching his 37th.
And another longer at-bat
Foul ball.
developing here.
And he could give up some stolen bases. Last year, it was only 6 in those 11 starts. He had 5
He's
caught
pitched
steals.
38 pitches, guys,
Previous
with
years,
26
I'd say he's
strikes.
been
So
an easy
he's
guy to
been
steal against, but
fairly
for a left-handed
efficient.
pitcher, he's had his moments.
He's got a
where the runners have taken
6.75
advantage.
ERA right now. 2-2 count. 1 out.
White
Here's the
stays
pitch.
put here. Mateo
That's going to be
shoots
a
it to
hit
right.
out to right
It's
field's
a
going to
single.
drop in for a base hit.
Back-to-back hits. And
So the
Braves
runners
again with a
will
couple of base
advance
runners
to
here in inning
first
number
and
2.
second.
And both with some softer contact against 97-mile-an-hour fastballs, but it works here now for a little bit of action. There's you can see that 4-seam fastball grip, a little bit of cutting action.
Yeah, it just hit the barrel. It hit further up on the barrel, but hey, it dropped in where it needed to drop in. So great swing.
Now some real speed.
Snell
on base
upset
pass
with
right
that
now
one.
for the Atlanta Braves.
Yeah, two
All
of the
right, here we go.
fastest in White and Mateo, and now Dubon shows bunt.
Bond shows bunt,
Takes it for a ball.
but it is a ball. All right, so we are at the top of the order again. Bond 1 for 1. He had a single in the first.
Braves loaded him up last inning, got 1. Snell was able to strike out Harris to get out of it.
Come on, baby, come on. Down in the dirt again.
What
Well,
happens here? He misses with another
down
changeup.
down
2-0.
inside for striking the ball to. I'll get it right.
And out to talk to him is catcher Will Smith.
Will Smith with a mound visit. He's telling Snell, hey man, you
Will
need
Smith
to calm
sees
down.
the changeup usage. He sees the
Hey,
body
we've seen
language
it, though.
after those 2 pitches.
You know,
almost like he was kind of
look
begging to
at-
get a call on the bunt attempt, right? Sometimes
Look
on
at
the beat
Lopez
to
for
a
the
catcher,
Braves.
you're watching a guy that
Came
says,
off the
"I'm gonna have
IR
where I want him
and
to be. It's a
just
good time to kinda check and
horrible.
slow him down."
I mean, at least Snell is doing better than that.
First appearance
really-
in a live
he
big
really
league
crapped
game
the
since
bed.
November 1 of last year
Lopez
in Game
did.
7 of the World
Man.
Series when he came out of the bullpen.
And I don't think he looked too impressive on his second start after.
2-0 pitch. Dubon to center.
That's going to be out to center.
Over to take it. 2 down.
All right, so that's going to be out number 2. That's going to hold the runners. They will not advance.
And if you remember in that postseason,
So we have runners
for
on
Snell,
first
he
and
was
second,
tremendous
2
leading
outs.
up to the World Series, but in the World Series, 10 earned runs
Drake
over 13
Baldwin,
innings pitched.
number
But
30,
ultimately, Dodgers still
designated
got
hitter
their
for
World
the Atlanta
Series
Braves
ring.
tonight. Coming through for his second at bat.
Baldwin walked last inning.
That's going to be up and out, so ball 1. I don't know where Snell was going with that one. I think that was just simply a control issue. I'll try to keep things as synced up as possible, guys, with the internet acting how it is. I do apologize. Down in the dirt,
3-0
ball
here,
3.
falling behind Baldwin with Ozzie
Baldwin
Albies
was
running
already
on deck.
walked once
Something
in the
a pitching
first.
coach really never likes to see is after he threw that pitch, there's a dry mechanic that he's kind of going through that he's trying to repeat, that something doesn't feel right. Just sets off a little
Snell,
bit of an alarm bell.
ready for the pitch. Here's the delivery. That's going to be straight
Again,
down the
keep in
middle
mind,
for
they're
a
hoping
strike.
to cap him at 75 pitches tonight. He's already over 45.
96-mile-an-hour fastball. 3-1 count. Here's
3-1
the
to one of
pitch.
the best young hitters in the
Down
game.
in the dirt. That's
And he
going to be
walks
ball
him
4.
again.
Drake Baldwin walked
The bases
twice
are
in a
loaded,
row.
just like they
2
were last
consecutive
inning.
walks for Baldwin.
So you drop Drake Baldwin.
Ozzie
to the
Albies
2-hole.
heading to
He's
the
acting
plate.
like a
Matt
leadoff
Olson
hitter.
stepping on deck.
There's
2 outs.
pitching coach
Bases
Mark
loaded, guys. Albies.
They certainly are
Known-
keeping
he's
a
been known to be
close
the
eye on
hero.
one of their superstars tonight.
Can Ozzie Albies be the hero? Here's the pitch. Swing
Ozzie
and a
with
miss.
swing and a miss.
He did it again where it was quite, see, look at the interactive, quite a ways out of the
So we kind of
pocket.
got in the way of
And
last
he's
night's
just-
ball game that was close, 1 for 10
I don't know what's
with
going
runners
on
in
with
scoring
him
position
tonight.
with all this traffic.
Is he really
already.
hot after
The
that
Braves
grand
are 1 for
slam?
5
I hope not.
with runners in scoring position.
Swing and a miss again, strike 2.
And Snell getting out in front.
Come on,
of
Ozzie.
Ohtani.
Come on, baby. Come on. Ozzie. Ozzie.
Blake Snell threw
Come on,
25
baby.
pitches in the first. This is going to be his 25th pitch of the
All right,
second.
Snell with his 50th
Bases
pitch on the
loaded,
night.
2
Here's the
down,
windup
0-2
and the
pitch.
delivery, and
Ozzie reaches,
that's going to be a base hit.
delivers it out.
That's out to left field. That should bring 2 home, baby.
How clutch is that? He brought
The
out
Braves
his
now
nine
jump
iron
on
and
top,
dropped it out
3-0.
to Hernandez to make it
They
3-0.
extend that lead. Ozzie Albies with a 2
This is an
RBI.
absolute beautiful thing
single.
here from Ozzie because this might have been the best changeup of the group.
There you go.
That he had thrown so far.
But he
below
did
the
that
zone.
reaching.
Maybe not
He did that
far enough away,
way
but even
reaching
then, I
out.
think we're splitting hairs.
I
That's a
said
good
it.
pitch. It's just
I said it
Ozzie
earlier
keeping
in-
the hands
at
back
his first
long
at
enough,
bat,
even though he looks
that he's
unbalanced,
known to
the
go
hands
down
stay
deep
in a good
on
place.
those way low
Give him that
balls
chance to line
and
that
go
one
for
up.
him, and he did,
That's impressive.
and he got it.
I mean, there are not many guys that can
All
get to
one.
that baseball.
No. And I was sitting here watching Blake Snell. I'm like, okay, a couple change-ups. Will he try to pop him in? He's got
All right, so
97,
2
98
outs,
in
top
tank,
of the
even if
second.
it's
Runners
off the
on
plate.
first and
Do you want to
second.
go back to it again?
Matt
Again,
Olson
it
ahead
wasn't
in
a
the
bad
count,
one,
1 ball, no
but it's just that
strikes.
it's 3 in a row. Are you seeing
Here's
the same
Snell's
speed
pitch.
with the same kind of action?
Oh, did that hit him?
This one gets behind Will Smith.
That gets behind Will Smith, way behind, so
Runners
the
on
runners
second
do
and
both
third.
fans. We now have runners on second and third.
Did that cross Smith up a little bit? Did he miss location there? Must have.
Let's take a peek here. Usually get an idea of how a catcher reacts. And he just missed it. I think maybe he flinched a little bit in thinking that it was going to clip Matt Olson. This should be a pass ball.
Yeah, that's not one that normally gets by.
And I
Will
just
Smith.
said, I just said
Longtime
how Will
starter for
Smith
the
is
Dodgers
normally a
here
pretty
behind
good
the plate.
catcher, and he is. He normally is.
Braves
Oh,
are
Matty
going
ran out to center field. That'll bring the
First it
2
was
home.
Ozzie with a 2 RBI hit. Matt Olson right behind him. And
Now, Matty
Shohei
with,
drive to
2
the
RBI single.
second.
That's going to bring 2 more in, so the Braves jumping on a commanding 5-0
Hanging slider
lead.
here
2
from
outs
Snell.
at the
Look how
top
high
of the
this
second.
pitch is at the top of the zone and maybe even
A
above it.
4-run
And it's
second
flat,
inning so
and Matt
far.
Olson absolutely laces this thing into center.
He just,
Matty
Man,
now
that
with
ball was
35
flying.
driven in on the season already. And Mark Pryor just made a call.
all right,
out
so
of the
here we go.
bullpen.
Austin
Starting to
Riley,
stretch
0
down
for
there.
1 on the day. A 209 batting average, a 638 OPS with 5 homers.
Edgardo Enriquez
Up and out
is
for
going to start to
ball
throw in
1.
just a
Count
moment
is now even.
with Snell struggling
Dodgers
here in the
starting
second.
to warm somebody up. It looks like Eduardo Enriquez, right-handed pitcher for the Dodgers, starting to warm up in the bullpen. Snell pitching his 56th pitch. 1-1 count. Big swing and a
Take a
miss.
look at our
Strike 2.
racetrack fueling up feature. Austin Riley on this road trip. Got a lot of good things going for Austin here, including a couple of hits yesterday.
We talked about it getting to Colorado and how that may help him a little bit. Getting a couple lefties. I think we've seen it. Certainly, you can see the numbers here on the road trip, but there's also been some really good swings that have ultimately turned into outs. And Austin Riley's getting it going, and you know he likes seeing this.
All right, Riley steps into the batter's box.
These next 2 days in LA.
Snell has the pitch. Here's the delivery.
Matt Olson takes
Down
off
in
for
the
second
dirt.
base.
Matt
That's a
Olson
good one
took
to
off
go
for
on.
second and easily gets
Now,
it.
Matt Olson showing the wheels into scoring position.
That's what we're just talking about here with Blake Snell. You can pick your spots, and kind of crazy. That'd be worth some research. When's the last time Matt Olson, who doesn't run very much at all, stole a base against a left-handed pitcher? We could be looking at some history tonight.
I think that you're going to get the answer
Snell
for
with
his
the pitch
partner.
and delivery.
Bouncer, third base.
Oh, he didn't get. Oh, he couldn't leg it out. They got him.
But a crooked number.
So that's
put
going
up
to
in the
strand
second,
one.
4 to make it
Olsen
5.
stranded at third. But the Braves ahead 5-0. We come back, we'll have Andy Pajes at the bat, Max Muncy on deck, and Teoscar Hernandez be hiding in the hole, batting third. Spencer Strider, 15 pitches with 9 strikes, currently pitching a 6.23 RA. He had a 15 pitch first inning. Kind of got racked up there a little bit. Started out 7 pitches, 2 outs, and then obviously, went from there with 8 more pitches where they had to get out. Nine strikes, though. 9 strikes thus far.
What an awesome man, awesome.
One of the many Hall of
All right,
Famers.
Strider with the first
Bobby
pitch,
was
up
skip
and out
before,
of the
Fred
box,
McGriff sharing
ball
his
1.
thoughts. You'll continue to hear the
96
thoughts
mile
of
an hour,
many
4-seam
Braves alumni
fastball.
here tonight on the night that we honor number 6.
See, it's
the great skipper
unfortunate.
Bobby
Strider's,
Cox, who
he's
passed
very
earlier
limited
today
with
at
what
the
he
age
has for pitching.
of 84.
Ooh, he got him
You see
swinging.
Fred McGriff there. Obviously,
That was way
time,
down
but
and
a big
outside
smile on
the
his face
pocket.
and, of course,
Pajes
he's always had
chased
that
it.
warm smile, but I think it's
Pajes with a
going through those
329
memories,
batting
those are the
average, 8
emotions
home
that
runs,
come along. Like
33
certainly be
RBIs.
sad about the news we got today,
And
but
at 8,
just remind you
oh,
of
it
the joy
says a
that Bobby brought to his life.
925 OPS. Swing
and a miss.
and a miss.
Pajes.
Strike
Strider,
2.
2 strikeouts in the first, and looking sharper tonight than he did in Colorado in his season debut.
All right, Strider with the pitch. It's going to be foul ball out of play. Count will stay the same, and we'll do it again. Strider will be pitching his 20th pitch on the night. Here's the windup and the pitch. Foul ball again. Starting to wind him up with pitches. Strider now pitching his 21st.
Disappointing news. 6 times.
Bottom of the second, 1-2 count. Strider shaking off the call.
Shocked.
Has it now. Here's the pitch.
But it's been 5 years. So.
Foul ball.
Oh, well, it's been a long time.
He had 3 of them in 2021 against left-handed pitchers with those wheels.
But his first as a senior citizen.
Mm-hmm.
We kid, Matty, we kid.
He's first as a.
All right, Strider has the call. Here's the windup
There you
and the pitch.
Swing
Got
and a
him
miss.
swinging.
That curveball is becoming one of Strider's
Another
best
K on the
moments.
day. That's 3 Ks
strikeouts
for
tonight.
Spencer Strider.
Getting back
How about
to
some
Bobby
Ks to the
Cox.
chat, baby?
Home Depot bringing
Let's
you
get some Ks
these
going.
numbers as far as all
Strider with 3 Ks on the
by
day.
a manager in baseball history. And think about Connie Mack, LaRussa, McGraw, and then there is Bobby Cox ahead of Joe Torre.
Here's the pitch. That's in there for a
Those
strike.
3 guys, oh, sorry, so they went in the same year, right?
Yes.
Tony, Bobby Cox, and Joe Torre, which is kind of amazing the way that it worked out. Of course, that was also Glav. It was also Maddox.
All right, Strider with the windup and pitch.
Mostly really messing it up by trying to play that
Inside
one
ball
more year, so he
1.
went a
Count
year
is
later.
even
That's
at
He was
1.
trying to be a hero and kept going. If you just retired, you
1
would've
out,
been
bottom
able
of the
to put it
second.
together.
Braves
But either way, it
leading
was an
5-0.
amazing Hall of Fame.
And CJ was talking about
All right,
Bobby's playing
Strider with
career.
windup and pitch. Swing and a miss. An 85-mile-an-hour slider.
What made me think of that was
Strike
Joe
2.
Torre. Now, obviously, Torre wasn't managing the Yankees back then.
He's
But
got to
in
be
68,
careful, though, with
69
Muncy.
that Bobby played
Yeah,
there.
Muncy got put it
in
over the
Bronx,
wall,
and
man.
he actually played with Mickey Mantle in Mantle's
Strider
final
with
season
windup.
in
1-2
68.
count. Here's the pitch. That is going to be hit. That's going to be out to right. That is caught on the field. Yes, beautiful on the track. Eli White with the over-the-head catch.
This ball was hit hard, 107 off the bat. Eli with that great speed.
That a jumping
tracks it
reach
down and
catch.
times that lead perfectly.
Beautiful.
Excellent play
Out
there by Eli
number
White.
2.
But thinking earlier what you said, CJ, about how Rich
insane to think
All
about.
right,
Everybody
Strider
who's been around over the course of his career.
And set. Here's the pitch.
What a legacy.
That's going to be in there.
And it was
97
fun to
mile
dig
an
in a
hour
little bit.
fastball. Strike
And when I
1.
looked at 60 all the way to 2010, there was never a year where
Strider
he wasn't
looking
doing
good
something.
so far. He's
There was never a year where
27
he was like a
pitches
special
on the
assistant,
night.
like in between jobs. He had a
26
significant job,
pitches,
whether he was playing or managing. Every single year, I forgot about this, or maybe didn't even know.
Yeah,
I
it
brought
said
up to Walt, he
26
didn't
and
know
the
either.
other said
And
27.
in 77, Bobby Cox was the first base coach.
I think
for
it's
the New York
behind.
Yankees when they won that first.
One says 28, the other
World
says
Series,
27.
which was kind of
He's
amazing.
had 19
He went
strikes.
to manage the next year.
Guys,
Just 1
through-
year being a
through
first
2.
base coach and quickly
So,
identified
it's
as a good
looking a
player.
lot better. There's another strike.
Strider
3. That's going
is
to
in
do
his
it.
zone right now. That's
3
4
strikes.
strikeouts for
2
Strider.
more.
He sets the
So he's at
Dodgers
5
down in
Ks.
order in
4
the
Ks on
second.
the day. 4 Ks. My bad. Strider with 4 Ks on the day. 2 in the first, 2 in the second. Four Ks on the day. Yeah, that was a great play. Eli great catch. Just checking a couple things here while we're waiting for them to come back to the field. All right, so when they come back, we will have Money Mike, Michael Harris, stepping up to the plate.
My favorite memory of Bobby
Sean
is
Murphy.
2017 spring training. Charlie's 6 months.
Sean Murphy will be on deck, and then Eli White will be batting third in the hole. All right, here's the first pitch. Swing. Foul tip. Money Mike 0 for 1 with a 3.17 average and an 8.71 OPS with 7 homers on the season.
And the words of Freddie Freeman before the game.
All right, here comes the pitch.
12 seasons.
Oh!
Count Michael Harris. With 12
He hit him.
seasons for Freddie Freeman in that Braves uniform.
Oh, he was close.
But the first 20 games when he debuted
Come on,
in September
Snell.
2010 were managed by Bobby Cox, and certainly, as you can tell, he left a lasting impact on Freddie Freeman as well.
Again, it's going to be the consistent theme of the night when you hear these guys talk. The baseball meant a lot. It was
Snell now 1-1 in the
that
count.
Personal story that they have that they remember the most. That is the one
Harris
that has
set.
the biggest impact.
Here's the
It's about how
pitch.
people make you feel. It's what you remember.
Foul
the most.
tip again.
Freddie and his wife Chelsea just welcomed their 4th child and first daughter into the world on April 19th. So think about Freddie, how much his kids mean to him in that moment with Bobby, and now a father of 4. Freddie
All right,
Freeman.
buddy. Thanks for stopping, David. I appreciate it. Have a good night. Sleep well. Money Mike!
It down the line.
Oh, it's just foul.
You know, guys, Freddie Freeman making his Major League debut September 1 back in 2010. I asked Freddie about that, and he said the thing he remembered the most, aside from wanting to throw up when he saw he was in the starting lineup, was Bobby swinging by his locker.
All right, here comes Snell's pitch.
Freddie, why did it take
All
you so
right,
long to get
Harris
to
to go the opposite direction, foul ball. So the
years
count
old.
stay the same, 1-2.
But that's a nice tactic, right?
And we'll do it
no
again.
doubt he was nervous.
Snell will
you
be
have
pitching
Bobby
his
Cox from
64th
last
pitch
year.
tonight.
You know you're now playing for a Hall of Fame manager, and he's doing his part to try to get you to relax.
That's gonna be
base. Freeland
a ground out. Ground out to second.
And one of the other things that Freddie took from Bobby, and this goes back
Out
to
number
the
one.
Braves way and the Braves tradition.
So we'll have Sean Murphy stepping up to the plate
you will
with
never
Eli
see
White
Freddie Freeman
stepping on
with
deck.
his sunglasses above the bill of his cap. He always wears them backwards if he's not wearing them in front of his eyes. That's so you can still see the logo on the front of the hat.
Yeah,
Snell with
Bobby
pitch.
and CJ, you're one of the lucky ones that played
Inside,
for
ball one.
You guys have all talked about how he handled his business. It wasn't in a, hey, I'm the authority figure, you do, but he had so much respect for the Braves brand and for the game of baseball.
And the way we carried ourselves was really important. And when you're from a different generation, you'd like to give the newer generation a little bit of more time, but these kids don't know what it's like
I don't
to
know
have
what
to wear
Murphy's
dress pants on
swinging
the
at.
road. Not on the flight.
Murphy
on
0
the
for
road.
1
You're
with a
going to
strikeout
lunch,
in the second.
You're going to dinner, you better have some dress pants on.
Strike two. I don't know what he's swinging at
here
with
to
those.
Sean Murphy.
Murphy's definitely not. He's not
Bobby
back,
Cox
fully
offered to
back
buy
with his
anybody who
batting.
needed to hear music headphones if they wanted them. If you don't have a pair, I'll buy you a pair.
Swing and a miss. Strike three.
Murphy down on strikes for the second
Out number
time.
two. Swung at all sliders.
Well,
way down
a memorable
out
way
of
to
the zone.
start the montage, an ejection for Bobby Cox, but some of the photos from his legendary career. Think of how emotional it was when he returned, surprisingly.
All right, here's
last
Snell's
season to
69th
Truist Park
pitch.
and waved to the
Up
crowd
and out, ball one.
from up in the suites where he was, and nobody really knew he was coming. Until
Eli
that
White
day.
1 for
And
1 on the
boy,
day.
It was so emotional, and Matt Olson talked about that night and him being down
Singled
in the
in the
clubhouse.
second.
Now Bobby couldn't speak because of the stroke from a couple of years ago, but it meant a lot to the guys, this current crop of players, because even though they don't know Bobby personally, he still means a lot. And for an Atlanta kid like Matt Olson, that was a big, big moment.
And there just aren't going to be those kind of guys going
Right,
forward
here's
that
the
can have
pitch.
that level of an impact
Down,
that far
ball.
beyond their careers, right? Of that next generation of players.
That
who
one
absolutely
bounced all the
knows
way
who
away.
Bobby
They're lucky
Cox
they didn't
was,
have
what
anybody
he
on
meant to the
base.
team, what he accomplished. All of those division titles, right? The timing of it for a guy like Matt Olson who got to watch that as a kid, right? That's what he was glued to. That was part of what helped him fall in love.
Come on,
with the
Eli.
game.
Broken bat. This goes foul before Muncy
That's
gets
going
to
to be
it.
called foul down the third baseline. So that'll be 2 balls, 2
So
strikes.
the Braves in the second inning sent 8
Top
to
of
the
the third
plate,
with
scored
2
4
outs.
times. Harris was
Braves
the only one that
leading
didn't come to the
5-0.
plate for the Braves in the third. He bounced out here to start the third inning. And then Murphy the strikeout, and now Snell trying to get a 1-2-3 inning. And we mentioned the pitch count for him is likely to be capped right around 75. He's at 72, so this is probably it here for Snell. Slowly to short.
They overthrow first, so Snell.
So
Eli
will
White
reach
is
again.
safe on
And
first.
we'll see if that's it for Snell.
This is the pressure that Eli White can put on defenses for Kim. He
Kim
knows
just
that he's quick,
whips
so he
it
rushes
over the
that
top.
throw, and it just takes
I
off,
mean,
and no
not
chance
even
for
close
Freddie
to
get it.
Freeman at all. I don't know where he was going with that. He threw it into the dugout.
Kim, a guy who played 8 seasons in Korea, now second season in Major League Baseball.
All right.
And making the air there to keep the inning going. And Snell will stay in.
So
to face
Snell
Shohei
staying
Mateo.
in.
Remember what we saw
got
with these
Jorge
two last
Mateo,
time, right? Some
who's
weak
1 for 1
contact,
on the
they get
day.
base, they eventually come around to score. Now it's an error here on a routine ground ball, and maybe Mateo can pull some more magic as well.
All right, Snell set. Here's the pitch. Foul ball. All right, Snell has the call he likes. Wind up and the pitch. Up. Oh, whatever.
Payne down there saying that Mateo offered.
They're going to say he went for that one, so that's going to be
no
strike.
balls and 2 strikes as Snell tries to get through 3 innings in his season debut. Eli
That'll be
got a
low
great jump. He
and
steals
outside.
second base with ease.
Oh, Eli White stealing second, baby.
These guys know, and so far over at first base, Antoine Richardson has done a really nice job of picking up on those tells. Like I said, you can pick your spots where you'll be able to take bases easily, and so far tonight a couple of Braves have.
Oh,
Called strike.
gonna get him looking. So that's gonna do it for the top of the third. We're gonna head to the bottom of the third, where the Dodgers are gonna try digging themselves out from a 5-0 hole. All right, so when we return, Ha-Sung Kim will be at bat. Alex Freeland will be standing on deck, and Mr. Showtime Shohei Ohtani will be lining up third in the hole. Spencer Strider with 29 pitches and 21 strikes. That's what it says, 29 pitches, 21 strikes. With a 5.06 ERA on the night. He has pitched 2 full innings.
I came up in a big spot, chance to win the game, 3-2 count. I thought the fastball was away, so I'm yelling at the umpire, well, here comes Bobby. We both get ejected. We get on a plane to go to San Diego, and we're in the food room having lunch, and they have the highlights on the TV. And he walks by with his metal spikes on. They show the pitch up.
Guys, I'm going to do a refresh of some of this. Like I said, the storm's coming in. It's got things kind of wonky, so let's do a refresh here. Call was overturned, so that's 5 strikeouts for Spencer Strider. All right, let's get it. We're going to get it all synced up again.
We had heard, but boy, it just brought a lot of smiles to our faces on a
All right, so that'll be strike one.
Trends feature fittingly.
Alex Freeland, 0 for 0.
41 more than anybody else. John McGraw 121.
And I'm sure
253 average
more
with
fun if you start doing it by game. The percentage of games that he was ejected, the raw count by itself is impressive.
693 OPS,
sure
2 home runs, I
McGraw
think.
managed in a lot more games.
All right, Strider. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, bottom of the third.
Bottom of the order, and
We got
Alex
Shohei
Freeman.
Ohtani on deck.
5 strikeouts.
Freddie
for the
Freeman
first 8
in the
hitters
hole
that he
waiting to
has
bat
faced
third.
tonight.
That's going to catch the bottom.
And
Half
there's
the corner.
another
That's
one.
going to be out.
Freeland is down looking.
That is 6.
6 Ks.
Ks
First
on
time
the
through
night.
order for number
Strider.
99.
And this is the slider. The previous punch shot came on a curveball, but that's that really good version. Tight, late, and just catching the inside corner.
Since that's number 6, we'll call that the Bobby Cox.
Slider
About
break
6
in.
after
Falling
facing
away.
9
Hitters swing,
tonight.
but miss all day. Strike 3 call. The umpire rings.
Both of the
Another
breaking balls
K,
are
and the
looking
crowd
really
all
sharp. I would
sings.
say the slider is
From the
back. It did
dugout,
seem like
Braves
in that last
fans
start
cheer.
in Colorado,
Opponents
it just
know
wasn't
there's
there,
nothing
so we
here.
saw more curveballs.
Try
But we're
to
getting that
swing
good
or
slider
try to guess.
tonight
Still,
from
you're
Strider.
walking back in stress.
Yeah, so 2 on the curveball, 2 on the slider, 1 on the fastball, 1 on the changeup. A little bit of everything tonight.
Stratum man,
for
baby.
Strider. He got
All right,
Ohtani
here we
on
go.
the fastball
1 ball,
back
no
in the
strike.
first.
Shohei Ohtani, 2 outs. Bottom of the third. Here's the pitch. Inside, ball 2. Come on, Strider. Don't be afraid to pitch to Ohtani. Come on. You burned it past him in the first. Ugh. He tried to go on the inside fastball again, and
Swing
Ohtani
decision there
just
from Shohei Ohtani.
knocked her
That
foul,
pitch
but he's still
was
got a
probably
piece
6
of
to
it.
8 inches in off the plate in a 2-0 count, right? It's one thing when you're protecting. Tell yourself 2-0, 2-1, 3-1, 1 pitch, 1 spot. I'm not sure that was it.
Nope, Strider,
Strider will
he's
take
shaking
it.
off.
Now
Now he's got the
2-1
call.
coming.
Here's the pitch. That's going to catch the corner.
And that
Strike
curveball
2.
catches that outside corner to even things up.
Ohtani 0 for 1 on the night. Strider has the pitch. Here's the windup and the delivery.
Ground ball.
That's going to be
There's
base
Matt
hit down to Matt Olson, who's going to toss it to Strider. Step on the bag. Got it.
Ohtani to the bag. Vintage
Out
Spencer
number 3.
Strider
That's going to
tonight
do it for
into
the bottom of the
stadium.
third. We're going to head to the top of the fourth, where the Braves are continue to put on more runs. Or they'll attempt to put on more runs. Spencer Strider, 6 strikeouts on the night. Amazing. Such a 180. Such a 180 from his last outing.
What I want to tell you about is the man, the guy that when a dude was struggling, instead of
Jeff
benching him, he might
Francoeur.
move him up in the lineup. When a guy is,
2007
in
National
AAA,
League Golden
AA,
Glove winner.
Bobby always spent spring training going to the backfields, watching them, trying to build them up. Hey, you'll be here this year. He was just such an incredible guy to inspire, to lead. As great as a manager he was, even better person, better leader. And I know I find myself coaching and doing things today, and I see Bobby. You're like, man, that was him, what he instilled in me.
And Jeff Francoeur, our very own Frenchie, he has a unique perspective as a kid who grew up in Atlanta, watching all those games back in the day on TBS, and then getting to put on
here's
that
the
jersey
pitch.
and play
That's
for
gonna
the
catch
legend
the plate.
Bobby Cox
Strike
from
1.
2005 to 2009. So very touching words from Frenchie.
Yeah,
So
and
we
you
got
think
Jack
about really
Dreyer
what
on
he
the
remembers
mound
most, right?
for
There's
the
probably lots and lots
Dodgers
of stories
now.
that we could get from Jeff Francoeur. But these moments, you kind of think of the
We are
ones
at the
that
top
rise
of
to
the order
top,
with Dubin.
talking about how he handled some players that maybe were going through failure again is a really intriguing one to me.
Dubin,
because it
one ball,
speaks
one
to
strike.
Personality. A guy who played a little bit but didn't have great success, who understands the struggle. How can I help a guy get out of struggle? I'm going to do something a little different that might help his confidence.
That's going to be a blooper out to right center. That's going to be down for a base hit.
So Dreyer comes into the game.
Lead off single.
Vaughn greets him with a single to start the 4th inning.
Designated hitter Drake Baldwin.
So we have the DH, Drake
So
Baldwin,
Snell
heading to the
goes
plate.
3, reaches his
Ozzie
pitch
Albies will be
limit
stepping
here
on
in
deck.
his season debut.
And we'll have
Now
Matt Olson
It's on to Jack Dreyer.
moving into the third
Dreyer will
batter's
give you a
position.
four-seam fastball, slider, curveball combination, but mostly it'll be the four-seam fastball and
All right,
the slider.
so
that
here
sits at
is the
93.
pitch, the windup, and delivery. Swing and a miss.
There's the slider. Former undrafted free agent. He was a long shot, was Dreyer, out of Iowa in 2021.
All right, so
He broke
here's the
camp
pitch.
last year with the Dodgers and has been in the big
That'll
league
be a
bullpen
low
ever
outside
since.
for ball one. Count will even. One and one count. Here's the pitch.
Sharply to second.
They're going for 2.
6.
And they got it.
Double play.
Double play. 4-6-3.
Here's
2
a quick
outs.
message from Chevrolet.
Get into a 2026 Chevy Trax.
So Baldwin hit it well, but right at Freeland, and now 2 down. Ozzie, a couple of hits and a couple of runs driven in already tonight.
All right, here's the pitch. Ozzie with a chopper
Well,
down
another
third
down the
baseline
third
like he did
baseline.
earlier in the game. And they got him.
Out of the first inning and reach, but here he's retired, and we're on our way to the.
That's going to be 1, 2, 3. We're heading to the bottom of the 4th. Dodgers trailing 5-0. Certainly appreciate everybody that has stayed to support the channel tonight. I know we haven't had a lot of people coming through, but hey, I do appreciate everybody that has and has stuck out. Thank you for those that were in. I know David said he had to go to bed, so I do appreciate you toughing it out up to this point. I know it's a late game tonight.
He was passionate about his family. He was passionate about the game of baseball, and man, was he passionate about his players. We all know how he fought tooth and nail every single night to defend his players, to get every inch he could get for us during the course of a game. And quite honestly, I think it was one of the traits that everybody who played for Bobby loved. And I think one of the big reasons why everybody who played for Bobby would run through a wall for him. My dad obviously was the greatest male example for me in my life, and Bobby was in second place by himself by a long shot.
All
He
right,
taught me
so
much about the game of
Spencer
baseball.
Strider with the
He
first
taught
pitch.
me so much about life through the game
Ball
of baseball.
one. Here we
The
go.
great Tom Glavine. And keep
Here's
in
the pitch.
mind with Glav that when he debuted in '87,
Come on, where's the check swing on that? Come on.
5-year period where Bobby
Guy's
Cox
been
was
doing
the
it for
general
the Braves
manager.
all night
Then
long.
he would return in his second stint as manager
Freddie Freeman at
during
the
the
plate.
'90 season. And
Freeman
with
ahead in
Glav
the
and
count,
others,
2
they
balls,
would go
no
91
strikes.
from worst to first
Here's
and
the
into
pitch.
the World Series.
It's going to be a chopper
Freeman
down
taps
third.
it.
Strider has it. Over to first. Got it.
Tremendous effort to get Freddie
Beautiful
Freeman
from
to start
Strider.
the bottom of the 4th.
Both of these little kind of infield hits that we just saw, one here now fielded by Strider, the other one
Strider looking like a man possessed.
Very athletic plays.
He runs after the ball, bare hands it, and whips that ball.
Like an infielder, if he doesn't get that, that's going to be an infield hit.
It looked like probably a 90-mile-an-hour fastball.
What a play it was.
And an absolute strike to Matt Olson. A lot of times pitchers will panic, maybe try to jump throw, but Spencer Strider with the smart move to spin and plant.
All right, Strider ready
now
for the
Will
pitch.
Smith, who singled
Here's
back
windup
to the
and
first.
delivery.
The only
Right
base
down
runner so
the
far
middle
for the
for strike
Dodgers.
one.
Boy, Strider has looked really good, CJ.
Yeah, he's a man on a mission.
Strider
sure.
with 44 pitches on the night, 31 strikes.
In Colorado, we can make excuses. I'm not
ERA,
excuses. There's
and here is
legitimacy
the
behind
pitch
them.
that will
But
be
as far as
outside
dealing
ball
with that
Count
altitude
is
with the type
now
of pitcher that
even
he
at
is, first start back, maybe not ideal, but you do what you got to do. No excuses from Spencer Strider. But we're seeing the difference now.
Down in the dirt, outside ball 2.
But as we continue to play these messages today from all these Braves greats, we also want to say we appreciate them taking the time. And I know
all right,
they
so
would
Strider
say
now
set
set.
for Bobby, but they
And the windup pitch.
took time out of their schedules
and
to make
out,
sure that
ball
they sent
3.
in a message. And great job by our crew today that was here working feverishly to get all of that together.
All right, so
piloted by
Strider
Rex
now
and
working
Katie
on
to
his 49th
put together
pitch.
a tribute broadcast tonight.
Will Smith,
in
1
honor
for
of
1 on the
great
day.
Bobby
He
Cox.
did. He's hit on Strider already. Up and out, ball 4.
So Smith has been the only guy to give Strider an issue. He reached with a single in the first, now walk in the 4th.
Single in the first, walk in the 4th.
I was wondering if there was some uncomfortable history for Spencer Strider with Will Smith, and the answer is yes.
Hey, welcome in, everybody. I appreciate you stopping in.
With a couple of doubles. So not intentionally.
If you're just
walking
joining
in
us
there, but being
and
a
you
little
don't know
bit
the
careful.
score, the Braves are currently leading 5-0. We're in the bottom of the 4th.
Now he
Spencer
faces
Strider now
the
pitching.
$60 million
Strike
man,
one.
Kyle Tucker here.
We have Kyle Tucker at the plate. Tucker 0 for 1 on the night. Tucker with a .252 average and a .734 OPS.
Murph had been on a good run. I think it's been 4
runs.
straight since he.
Murph challenges it,
right.
and it
He
is
missed
definitely
the
a
first 2,
strike.
And
So
then I think
the
he went 3 for 3 in his next game, and now 2 for 2
ABS
tonight. Let's
challenge
go, Murph.
has
He's
been
turned it
reversed.
around.
So that is now 0-1.
Remember, missing all that
no balls,
time
1
until
strike.
earlier this week. Recovering from the hip
Nice
issue in the
nice
surgery.
challenge by Murph. Strider with
Murphy
the
back
pitch.
third, start
Down
of the
in the
season
dirt,
tonight.
wild
Pretty good
pitch.
pick there on that slider from Strider.
Well, I guess Murph got. See, I'm telling you, Murph's got some good eyes
And
when
it
it
may
comes to
take
stopping them
Murphy a
balls,
little while to
man.
get in a groove
I mean,
at
I've
the
seen
plate.
Baldwin give it up
If you look
quite
back
a
at
few
his
times
numbers
this
from the
season.
rehab stint, CJ, he struggled to start.
Guy's
He
got
came
a
on
great
at the
bat,
end there in
but
Gwinnett, but
I
when you
just-
bump
I
up to
truly
this level,
feel
it's kind of like
that
spring training again.
Murphy
for him,
is
I'm
a
sure.
better
It
catcher.
is. There's a lot of time between seeing regular big league pitching and so you're really comfortable.
But
in getting it
unfortunately,
going.
we
know
see
also the way
Murphy
the Braves manage this
injured
thing. It's
a
sporadic
lot.
playing time, right, between
At least the last
what
3
Drake Baldwin is
seasons,
doing and Sean
he has
Murphy is
missed a
doing.
lot of baseball due
But
to
the
injury.
defense has always been incredible and consistent. That part certainly has continued to his expectations.
That's going to be a drive over to second, over to first. That's Olsen had to step off the plate, just missed the double play.
So it doesn't go down
Come
as an error, but
on.
I think Mateo certainly is going to tell you he should
Mateo
make
is the
this
reason.
play. Ball's hit hard, you get one hop, you feel like you had plenty of time.
Why, Mateo?
And unfortunately, that throw just offline.
Olsen did everything he could, but Tucker escapes it to extend the inning.
You can't blame
His
that on
uniforms,
Olsen. He
by the
gave
way, are the
a
City
300%
Connects for the Dodgers.
effort
They've
and tried
worn
to
now a
tag
couple
him.
years in a row.
That was just a horrible
That's the
throw
different
from
look tonight for the
shortstop.
home team.
All right, so we got Andy Pajes, 0 for 1 on the night, a .326 batting average with a .919 OPS, 8 runs on the season. Strider has the pitch set, and here comes the pitch. Up and out,
For one
all
of these
one.
teams,
The
it's pretty
count
hard
is
to
now.
top their home whites. The tradition, of course, for the Dodgers and how far back this organization goes. Like, listen, there are as we love them, but we just feel like we have the best because there's this instant connection of the throwback that you get every time the Braves have done the City Connects. I don't see it here with the Dodger one.
Yeah,
Swing and a
truly
miss.
think the
Strike
Braves City
2.
Connect that now has been retired.
Strider now ahead in the count.
The new Braves
1
City
ball,
Connect
2
is
strikes.
Not as good as you can do in that department.
We have 2 outs. Runner on first in the bottom of the 4th. The LA Dodgers trailing the Atlanta Braves.
Strider is
5-0.
looking for a 7th strikeout.
Here comes Strider
1-2 to
in the
Pajes.
pitch. Outside ball 2.
Fastball
The
at
count
97.
is even. Strider set in the pitch. Foul ball.
Pajes has been off to a tremendous start, as we told you last night, including 3 home runs Wednesday in the series finale against the Houston Astros. So when some of their bigger stars have not been up to snuff, Pajes has helped to carry the water in the early going. And it was Pajes who had a solid regular season last year.
All right, so here we go. Pajes steps into the batter's box.
And then came in as a
Strider
defensive
with
replacement in
pitch.
Game 7.
Here's
and
wind
made
up
a
and
tremendous
delivery. That's
catch
going to be down in the
to
dirt.
help extend that ball game.
It saves the World Series, right? He doesn't make that play.
That's going to
and it
be
game's over.
ball 3.
Couple
So
of
the
moments
count
in
is
that
now
World Series, obviously the
full.
one that everybody talked
3
about
balls
with
and 2
Isaiah
strikes.
Kiner-Falefa and at home
2
plate,
outs.
Blackmon,
Runner
the
on
secondary
first.
lead.
Bottom
But
of
that
the
one
4th.
to me
Trailing.
was just as big. It was an unbelievable catch.
He
Strider
collided
set.
with the left fielder Kike Hernandez and making that play on the warning track.
Pitch.
He
Foul
fouls
ball.
off this
Out
4-seam
of play.
fastball.
Welcome in, everybody. Appreciate you stopping in. Hey, if you're just joining and don't know the score, we are in the bottom of the 4th. Dodgers have 2 outs. Run around first. 3-2 count to Andy Pajes. Strider
Again, the
with
3-2.
set in the pitch. That's going to be
Bounces
a
towards
base
right.
hit over
He
to
takes.
third base.
Across
Throw
it
in the
goes,
first. Out.
And we head to the 5th.
We're heading to the 5th, where we'll see if the Braves can pile on some more. Braves leading 5-0. They're playing good ball. I mean, if you're a Dodgers fan, of course you're not happy with how your team's playing. Snell struggled. Snell struggled. You can absolutely say that. We had Ozzie tap into two RBI single, not signal, but 2 RBI single, and then Matt Olson right behind him with a 2 RBI single to give us a 4-run second inning. The Dodgers they haven't had an answer. They haven't had an answer yet. You got Jack Dreyer, unless they switch pitchers, we'll have Jack Dreyer on the mound, which it's a very good possibility we'll have another pitcher when they come back. Dreyer had 7 pitches, and, well, I mean, they might keep him in there. I just don't. He had 7 pitches, 5 strikes, so he was very efficient. 2.45 ERA. Dodgers are carrying an error from earlier in the game
one of
as
the
well.
greats tonight, Bobby Cox, passing away this morning.
I mean, their biggest problem is they've only had 1 hit.
Not just a Braves
One
icon,
hit all night.
but an Atlanta icon.
I mean, they've had guys on base
Olson
because
steps the plate
Strider
here to
walked.
begin the inning. Had a chance to catch up with Matt and get his memories from what he
All right,
saw
so here we
watching
come.
going to Braves games
We
growing
have
up
Matt
as a kid.
Olson at the plate,
And the first
Austin
thing
Riley
Matt
on
mentioned
deck,
was
and
all the
Michael
winning
Harris the
that
second
the Braves did
will be
growing up
hiding
made
in the
him fall
hole,
love
batting
with
third.
baseball. And the
Matty
other
1
thing
for
he
2 on
mentioned
the night.
was he
Here's
loved
the
going to
first
the games
pitch.
and rooting for Bobby to go onto the field and get
Foul
ejected.
ball
He thought
out of
that
play.
was as exciting
0-1
as any
count.
play he could see at his age.
We
And,
stuck with Jack
there was just
Dreyer.
something
So Jack
special
Dreyer
about
on
watching
his
him
9th
storm
pitch
onto the
of the
field
night.
and go ballistic on an umpire. And I think Matt would tell you that was his favorite part.
Olson with a stolen
Special.
base in the second
I
as well.
remember watching all those games, and so many times he would get ejected, and I would get just as excited there on my couch at home, CJ. It's like, yeah, you get out there,
All right, so
Bobby.
the count's even at 1.
He's one of us. He's protected our guys.
You kind of learn on the way that it's supposed to be done, and obviously
Pitcher
the impact
set
there for Matt
and
Olson,
delivery.
also just the consistency
Swing and a miss,
of
strike
seeing
2.
Bobby Cox manage his team. year in and year out, right? That
Dreyer ahead in the count, 1 ball, 2
for him in
strikes.
that long stretch that he was here and leading this club and thinking about
Olsen
what the game is.
stepped
now.
out of the batter's
20 years,
box.
The second time, or 21, I guess, right?
Tighten
90
up the gloves,
to 2010.
stepping in.
26 managers
like Olsen
right now
is
have
ready.
had their job 5 years or less.
Dreyer set.
You're never going to see it
has the
again. You just
pitch.
don't get those opportunities. The turnover rate is
Wind
so
up.
high for managers. And we
Delivery.
get something really special.
Olsen with a hit
Hit
over
by
to first.
Freeman.
Freddie Freeman grabs it,
And
drops
he will
over
get
the
Olsen at
bag,
first
and
base.
out number 1.
You know what is fitting tonight? Who's got the sauce? Brought to you by Zaxby's. Nobody had more sauce than Bobby Cox.
I do wonder which umpires may be his favorites. The first one there was Angel Hernandez that we just saw. But he shows you how it's supposed to be done. And there's a lot to this. This matters, and I do think most managers have this built in. But there was nothing there to correct it. Right? There was no instant replay. And so a lot of times these umpires did get it wrong. And they had to hear about it, and there was no recourse.
Great Bobby Cox, ladies
jerseys
and
here in the
gentlemen.
crowd as we
Passed
head
away
to a
at
break
the age
with
of
a pitching
84.
change for the Dodgers.
All right, so we got Eduardo Henriquez now on the mound for the Dodgers, number 60. So we have a pitcher change for the Dodgers. When we come back, we'll have Austin Riley at bat, Michael Harris the second on deck, Sean Murphy in the hole. Murphy just, he is not hitting well at all. He has struck out at every one of his at-bats today. He is swinging for way out of the zone sliders. I mean, he is just swinging away at it. He's doing great catching, but he is ice cold when it comes to batting right now. We got to see if Money Mike's going to warm up. Harris. No hits on the night. Should be getting ready to come back to Dodger Stadium.
Atlanta Braves baseball is brought to you by your
All right, here we go.
By Georgia
Eduardo
Natural
Henriquez,
Gas. It's that
number
simple.
60.
And also by
Number
Delta
60.
Airlines. Keep climbing. A look at the stats.
Here
here
comes the
tonight,
first
back home
pitch,
outside of
right in
Truist
there
Park
for strike one.
The great number 6. The
Riley
skipper.
looking that 88-mile-an-hour slider down and just
We get to
stood there
walk
and let it
past
blow
that
by.
as we go into quote-unquote work every night at Truist.
Riley 0 for 2.
Shines a little brighter tonight.
Oh.
Riley the leadoff, or not leadoff rather.
Boy,
but
I
the
tell you,
second
if he would have
batter here in the
contacted
fifth
that,
as the new
that would have
pitcher
been
is
gone.
Enriquez. This guy's got a big
But
arm.
of course,
He
he
does. He
whipped
sits
it.
at an even 100
So
miles an hour with his
we're,
four-seamer.
oh, it do in the
Two-seamer
count.
actually averages 101. Not supposed to work that way. The two-seamer is supposed to be a little bit less.
Riley has
Cutter in there
been
as well for
just
the big right
up
hand.
and down in his batting so far this season. He has not been able to
Ahead
get
of
his
Riley
foot in.
0-2.
Ooh, that's going to be up and out.
101 on the
101.
four-seamer. So when you see the two-seamer and four-seamer like that, does that tell you anything?
Yeah, it tells you that it's going to move, but it doesn't slow down, right? Generally, you might see a mile or 2 or 3 with that two-seam fastball. It's going to be off the four-seam fastball average velocity. It's kind of exciting for a pitcher when you can get the movement, if it's good, legit movement without losing velo.
That'll be outside for ball 2.
Not so much for the hitters.
Count is now even at 2.
And Riley
Foul ball.
fouls off 99.
The four-seamer, though, has been an issue. 417 batting average against the two-seamer, a lot better, just 154. So there's been some good contact against his four-seam fastball.
All right,
Grew
so
up in
pitcher
Venezuela.
is set.
Dodgers signed him as a catcher, but
Wind
they
up.
moved him to pitching.
Here's the delivery.
They saw the talent in that arm.
Foul ball again.
And here he is
Count
at the
will
big
stay
league
the
level.
same,
He did
and
miss a
we'll do
lot
it
of
again.
time last year with the left foot fracture that he had off the field in spring training. So it was a kind of off-kilter
Riley now
2025 to start for Enriquez.
He's 6 pitches
Trying to
in.
pull that trick again
He
like
just
they
had
did
that.
with Kenley Jansen, right? Came up as a catcher,
Oh.
convert him to a pitcher, and turns into now a borderline Hall of Fame closer.
Pitcher is set, has the signal.
And he would love to eventually
Wind
be a
up.
closer.
Here's the
Enriquez has
pitch.
been open about that.
It's going to be up and out.
But not
So
right
ball
now.
3. The count is now full. 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, the walk rate a little
1
bit high
out,
right now
top
here
of the
early
5th.
on in his career. 12%.
Braves
coming into
leading
this game
5
here
to
tonight.
nothing over the Dodgers. Here is the
Threatening
pitch.
to walk Riley here.
Foul ball
There's that
again.
two-seamer at 101.
101 mile an hour.
There are
two-seamer
only 3
fastball.
qualified pitchers in Major League Baseball that average north of 100 this year. Mason Miller, Joan Duran, and this guy, Edgardo Enriquez.
Here's the pitch. That's going to be low, ball 4, so that will be a 1-out walk. Austin Riley now on first. Braves
Michael Harris is
have
our Georgia
a
Natural
runner
Gas
on
Greener Life
the bags.
Impact player. You
Michael
compare
Harris,
last year
Money Mike.
to this year through the first 36 games for Michael Harris. It's
Here
almost
we
like
go.
a different player.
He is a different player, and it goes back to the mechanical changes that he made right around that All-Star break time for Michael Harris. The contact has been just absurd as far as the hard contact rate that he has made this year.
It's going to
And
be
the selection,
outside.
he's been a little bit more
Ball 1.
selective. He's never going to, as we talk about often,
Runner on first.
change
1
that
out, top of the
chase rate
5th.
where it gets dramatically
Michael
better.
Harris 0 for
It has
2
been
on the
better,
night.
and his
Money
strikeout rate
has
come
not
down, and
had a hit
he's
thus
looking
far.
really good here so far.
He had 4 hits yesterday, all
Swing and a miss.
We talk about that hard
That
hit,
was
but
a-
all of those
that was
balls
95 mile an
yesterday
hour
were
cutter.
105 miles per hour or greater off the bat.
So he's up 5
So
miles
Michael
an
Harris
hour on his
1-1
average
in the
exit
count.
velocity throughout his career. That is a big, big number.
Harris set. Pitcher has the signal. Here's the pitch. That's going to catch the edge. That's going to be strike
Last
2.
season, he was just under 90. Average exit velocity at 89.
Enriquez ahead in the count. 1 ball,
It's
2
been about
strikes.
a 6 mile an hour jump year over year.
Money
About
Mike
5
set.
for his career.
It's been a great thing to see for the
Pitcher
former
ready.
National League Rookie of the Year.
Here's the pitch. Money
Hits
with
this
it.
one pretty hard
That's
towards
deep.
gap,
That's out to
and
right.
Riley is gonna get
That's
the
going to drop at the wall.
against the wall.
That will
Riley's
be
on his
Riley trying for home. Here he comes. Save! Save! What a run, baby!
Hitting score, and now Bobby Cox
RBI double for Money Mike. Right, they're going to check that out. They're going to see if they challenge
Nice
it.
job on the base running side here for
Nope, he's safe.
Austin Riley. First of all, Michael crushes it. 99 against 99.
That
So
could have been
99
either way,
99
guys
on the
and
way
gals.
here
That could have been either
against
way at the
Enriquez,
plate.
But look at Austin Riley, gets a feel for it.
Riley
And
just
then
got
it's
by
head
him.
down.
I mean,
Trust your pitch.
Will
Your
Smith
super
about
base coach in
tagged
that
him.
Spot, and
I
every
mean, it's
step
close.
mattered
Let's
here,
look at this.
as he's just barely in front of that.
Oh, he just, I mean, it's close.
Last night we saw Harris thrown out at the plate.
Oh, definitely
That
safe.
time, Riley slipping the hand.
All right,
in
that's
there
going to
ahead
be
of the
low and
tag by
inside,
Smith.
so that'll be ball 1. Braves now ahead 6-0 over the Los Angeles Dodgers.
Just a great response
Looks
by
like
Atlanta
Riley-
tonight. They
Riley's
jumped on
hand.
Blake Snell early. 1 in the first, 4 in the second.
Forced up his hand a little bit.
Adding on
It
here
looked
in
like
the fifth.
he might have scraped her up or something. All right, so with Sean Murphy at the plate, 0 for 2 on the night, 125 average.
And
Harris
these Braves
diving
players are
back
well
to
aware of
second.
the struggles
Enriquez
since
come
2018
after it.
here at Dodger Stadium, where they're just 6-22 over
Oh,
the
yeah.
last 28
There's
games.
definitely
It looks like
something
they
not right with
wanna
his
put that
hand.
behind them a bit here tonight.
Riley, I bet he scraped it up real good.
Broken bat.
Broken
stays
bat
fair.
down third base.
Muncy across.
Easily over, and Michael Harris will stay at second, so out number 2. I'm telling you, Riley is favoring that hand. He's got it covered with a
We're gonna
towel,
see
and
Dom Smith
he's rubbing
step
at
in
it.
and hit here in
I'd
the
say he
8th spot of
scraped
the
up
order
the hand
for
pretty good.
Eli
there.
White.
I believe it's his glove hand.
Yellowwood bringing the lumber
I
feature.
believe he throws right.
As the Braves have brought the lumber
I want to say
so
it's
far
his
this evening.
left
the last
hand.
3 games, just 4 runs. His powerful
So it's his
offense
glove
was kind
hand.
of held in check by Seattle last night by the Dodgers, but not tonight.
Now it's looked really good, and yeah, there's been a little bit of a lull here offensively. They've run into some really good pitching, no quite honestly. It's been a big part of it for the Braves, and a tight one yesterday where they end up coming up empty. A bunch of one.
All right, so we got Dominic Smith up at the plate. Dominic Smith must be.
This is interesting for Walt Weiss. He sees
must be pinch hitting for
big.
Eli White, maybe.
You have the really good defense of Eli White.
Pinch hitting for Eli White
here because Dom Smith has been crushing fastballs, as we know. He's been good in
Dominic Smith has been very efficient for the Atlanta Braves this season. He's batting a .324 batting average,
you can have
.885 OPS
here
with 4 home runs, but he has
put Yastrzemski into
he has
the
been
outfield.
clutch when he needs
the numbers there for
4
Dom
homers,
Smith. It has been a
18
tremendous
ribbies on the season.
Start to his Braves tenure.
All right, so here we go. First pitch. That's going to be in there for strike one. Braves have a runner in scoring position, 180 feet from the bag. Let's go, baby. Come on. Pitcher has the call in the windup. Swing and a miss.
Up top, the cutter that time.
Who did he chase up top?
Interesting here, back to back.
95-mile-an-hour cutter.
That cutter is still really high velocity. That one at 95, the previous one at 97. So he has not gotten a look at the fastball yet. Now we'll see.
That cutter was pretty high. I mean,
that two-seamer that runs away after a couple of cutters.
To me, I didn't feel that it traveled much distance, and he went after it. Oh, that's going to be down in the dirt.
A slider. Smith knocks it down.
Oh, Michael didn't go. Why wouldn't you have went? He had to chase that ball 20 feet in front of him. Come on, Money. We need to make better decisions. All right, so here we go. Dominic Smith.
Smith awaits a 1-2.
Inside, ball 2, so the count will even out at 2. We have 2 outs, runner on second, top of the 5th.
Southern California.
Atlanta leading 6-0 the Dodgers.
Had abundant sunshine after that marine layer burned off this morning.
Battle of the number ones, guys. Dodgers took game 1.
The other way, diving stop.
Oh, a diving catch for out number 3 by Max Muncy. That'll do it for the top of the 5th. The Braves only picking up 1. When we come back, the Dodgers down 6-0. Max Muncy will be at the plate. Teoscar Hernandez will be on deck, and we'll have Hae-Sung Kim hiding in the hole to bat third. Spencer Strider still looking strong with 61 pitches, 39 strikes, with a 3.68 ERA on the night. He has pitched 4 full innings. I'm pretty confident we will see him in the bottom of the 5th. Max Muncy with a .276 batting average on the season. He's batting a .915 OPS, and he has batted in 9 home runs this season. He's had some pretty decent long balls this season. Remember, guys and gals, hit that like, hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so yet. Best part about it is absolutely free to do. No cost at all. All right, here we go. We got Stratterman heading to the plate, heading to the mound. Stratterman, ace of the mound for Atlanta's clan.
He was your father
Mustache
at
strong,
times.
fastball
He
fire.
was your uncle at times.
Pitching heat that keeps climbing
He was
higher.
that guy across the
Look
street
out, here
trying to
comes the
kick you in the butt
Stratterman.
when you needed it, and you really appreciate
Late in the
that.
game, 2 outs to go.
Bobby loved all
Strider
those
deals the
players.
final
So did all
blow.
those Bobby
Fastball
Cox
smoke
fans,
past the
including
bat.
myself.
Strike 3 swinging.
We're
Game
gonna
ends
love
like
and miss
that.
Bobby Cox. Because, as I said, not only was he a special manager
Strikeout
that
king
everybody
across
got
the
to
land.
see,
He was
Braves
a
need
special
someone
person.
strong. Strider man.
I loved him
take
for that.
long. Yes, sir. That's the Strider
Well, before
man.
there was Chipper Jones at the hot corner, there was Terry
I love it.
Pendleton. Terry
Told you guys I was
leading
going to
the
write
National
something.
League in 91,
Now,
and that
I'm
is
working
the
on
year
like putting
that
together
the
an
Braves,
AI
under the
video
guidance
of
of
it.
Bobby Cox,
All right,
turned
there's
everything
the first
around,
pitch,
went from
so
worst to
ball one.
first into the World Series, and that set off that string of 14 straight division
Excuse
titles.
me, 2-1
You can
ahead.
just tell more touching words from another Braves alum that Bobby Cox meant so much to.
TP got to see it, of course, as a player
Foul
and
ball.
as a coach here for a long time under
2-2
Bobby
count.
Cox. And so a lot of tutelage, a lot of time spent together.
Come on,
and
Strider.
clearly a lot of respect.
He's looking good, guys.
Bobby Cox,
He's
by the
looking.
way,
now this
the
is
Dodgers actually
the
signed
Strider
him
we're
as
used to
an
seeing.
amateur
7
free agent
Ks on
back
the
in
day, I think.
1959. So this one's going.
Oh,
There
Muncy
is a
caught
tie
that
here
one,
to the
but
Dodgers
just
organization.
foul.
Bobby
Well, I
spent
should
9
say just.
seasons
It
in the
was foul.
minors, but the first handful were with the Dodgers.
Boy, if it
And then he was also in the minors with the
If it
Braves. The
would've
Braves
stayed
traded
straight,
Bobby
she
Cox
would've
to the
been
Yankees
gone.
in '67 while he was in the minors, and then he had those 2 years in the bigs before
up,
ultimately
H-Town?
his chronic knee issues made him retire from the game.
Welcome in,
and
friend.
get in on the coaching side.
Appreciate you stopping
And
in,
then
brother.
The rest is history from there.
I'll definitely be in Discord after
The
the
managing, and I found this
game.
very fascinating.
I'm
when
gonna.
I saw it.
Oh,
Managing
I'd like
in
to
the
invite
minors, that first
anybody
year,
that
1971, it was A-ball.
my Discord. Oh, Muncy.
This one's going to stay
Fly
playable
ball.
for Olsen and foul
Fly
ground.
ball. Olsen under it. Olsen calls it. That's out number
Unusual
one.
about that part of it. And then I noticed he
Uh,
also played
my
in 4
Discord
games and
is
had 9
linked
at-bats that same year. So
in the
as a 30-year-old, he was
video
managing
description
in the
in
minor leagues for
the
the first
stream
time.
description.
At one point,
Anybody
he activated himself.
that is a
And
UFC
he got a
fan,
few more at-bats
I will be.
before it finally ended.
We will be having a watch
And then
party
that coaching career took off. And he
after
was quick.
the Dodgers
A year in
game
A-ball,
is over.
a year in Double A,
I'll be heading into my
couple years in
Discord and we're
Triple
going
A
to have a watch
in
party,
Syracuse with
and
the
we'll
Triple A
be
Yankees.
watching UFC 328.
And then off to the big leagues.
I've stayed away.
Yeah, most folks have
We're gonna do the
probably heard
replay.
the story, but when he was first managing the Braves,
But yeah, looking
Ted
pretty
Turner
good tonight.
let him go. That's when he went to Toronto and managed up there. And Ted Turner,
Stack
you could
card.
tell by the words
Stack
and the
card
way he
tonight.
handled
I
it,
watched
he
the
always wanted
prelims
to get
before
Bobby Cox
the-
back, and then he would
before
get
the
him
Braves
back
game
as the
started.
GM in '86, and then he would move back into the managerial role. in
Pants are
1990.
optional.
And
That's right.
It's just so interesting that Ted Turner and Bobby Cox too.
All right, here's
made a Mount
pitch.
Rushmore of Atlanta Braves.
That's going to be low and
baseball
outside.
history,
Strider
passed within
with
just
ball
3
two.
days of each other here this week.
Strider 2
And
balls,
that
1
kind of
strike,
current perspective
1 out.
that we were
Out
sharing
of
with
the
Ted
5th.
Turner and what it has meant for Braves vision.
Strider
right?
now
It
pitching
continues
his
to live on, and
72nd
that's why
pitch
when
on the
we go
night.
all around the country, there are so many Braves fans. That was Ted Turner's vision. We're fortunate to be here.
That's going to be a fly ball out.
Another one.
Matt
towards
Olsen under it. Olsen chasing it.
This one is going to
Oh, it's out of play. They're going to call it off the net.
Just a couple of months in
Ah.
2004, as you see there, Ted Turner and Bobby Cox and hoisting that trophy.
Ump comes running over there,
If I-
slaps
if I'm
the
never a Brave.
the net.
I wasn't a Brave very long. It was very brief. It was a great experience for me. That doesn't happen if Bobby Cox
came
says,
down.
"Yeah, you're making
Olsen
the
had
opening
it.
roster." When I signed here, they told me I had no chance of making the team. It was, look at you as a veteran. You've been around. We got some things we got to fix.
As H-Town
Put you in our
sounds, he
league,
says,
you
he
get them
says
fixed,
pants are
maybe you help us
optional,
later
you know.
in the season. I ended up having a great spring training. It worked
H-Town
out.
will
It
be
worked out
there,
on the very
everybody,
last
so,
day.
like I said,
Literally
the
the
Discord
night
link's
before
in the
opening day,
channel.
They came over and they told me I made the team, which is a cool moment whenever you get picked to be on an opening day roster. But if that doesn't
Now,
happen, if they decide
when
not
you
to break
become-
spring, it really went down to the last second.
When you
And
when
they
you
were like,
join
"You
the
know what,
memberships,
instead
become
of
an
I never get
outlaw,
up here, I'm not
guys and
sitting next to
gals,
you right now. You just don't get this
you actually
job if you
get
haven't put the uniform on.
a
At least
Discord
at some point.
role
Clearly, you don't have to be a
for,
great Brave to do this job.
for
but you have to
higher
have been a Brave.
privileges
And
inside
without
the
that,
Discord.
without Bobby Cox
So
putting his
you
nod
get-
on that for me to make
get
that
a lot more out of it.
2014, we're not teammates right now.
All right, so that's going to be a walk for
Your
Spencer
words
Strider.
before the
So
broadcast were just
looks
so
like
perfect
we're
on
going to
Bobby
have
and the legacy
Teoscar
and the life that
Hernandez.
he led.
Now,
think
say
it's
this,
Hernandez.
based on how I pitched, you might have
Did he
changed
walk
his mind if you knew how things went in 2004, but I'm grateful for it.
You know what?
Yeah, he walked
I'm a true
Hernandez.
believer
So we
that
got
those
Hassan
things happen
Kim.
for a reason, and
First pitch,
that
swing and a
stint
miss.
back then made today possible, and we're all thankful for it.
You become a diehard because of Ted.
Yep.
Right?
Hassan
it's
Kim,
just
0
the
for
way
1.
that
He
it is,
struck
and
out
you've
in
got
the
your dream
third.
job. I have my dream job because Bobby
Got a
Cox.
.310 batting average. So, I mean,
It's what makes tonight
been hitting
both
the
special and emotional. It truly
790 OPS, 1 home run.
Goes to 87.
So he's
Bobby Cox
definitely not the power hitter, you know.
He's these
number
moments,
6,
it
their
really is a
shortstop.
celebration. And today is a,
All right,
a
Strider has the
celebration for
pitch.
number 6.
Here's the windup. And delivery. Oh, that's back to. They're gonna get the. They're gonna go after the leadoff. So
down here in the bottom of the
Mateo a
fifth.
step on second. That one, Strider almost had it.
Rather, excuse me.
That came through
Smart
by
play
his
by
feet.
Mateo not to try to do
Oh, yeah.
too much. You're dealing with the base.
It certainly sounded to me like it
Attack
touched
that
his
ball
glove.
too aggressively. Make sure you feel the clean.
And then
lead. Go ahead and
Mateo
get that lead
grabs
runner
it
and
from
leave
behind second base, steps on the bag to get the runner.
Spencer
But
Strider.
the batter
looked up
did
here in the
did
fifth
make it to
inning.
first, so there's
Got
still
the 6
a
punch
runner on
outs.
first, 2
He's
outs.
only given
bottom
up
of the
one
fifth.
hit. That single to Will Smith with 2 outs in the first. And he's got a 6-0 lead.
Oh, really?
And the
Great,
velocity
that's
is holding
awesome.
that
Yeah,
last one at
it's really
96.
nice. We've had a
Burt
steady
on that
stream
heater
of,
as well,
of
19
guys coming
inches
back.
on the last one. That's a nice
Iglesias,
number for him.
they had to make room for Iglesias as well. We might
Right, that
actually
he's
we
looking
might see
for.
him
Both
tonight.
breaking balls are looking really good here so far tonight.
Now he faces Freeland, the 24-year-old rookie at the bottom
Here's
of
the
the order.
pitch. That's going to catch the corner.
And the slider's packed. That start in Colorado, we talked about how the slider wasn't there.
No
until he
challenge.
went to more
That
curveballs
was
going forward.
that was a
Tonight, it has
questionable
been
one
a
there.
different
That
story
could have
for
been a toss-up
Spencer
if they would have
Strider.
challenged that.
34% sliders, only 12% on the curveball.
Strider ahead in the count. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner on first, bottom of the fifth. Dodgers trailing.
Punched out Freeland
6
looking
to
into
nothing.
third. He's ahead
Strider
of 0-2
has
here
the
in
pitch. Oh, he
fifth.
goes after the guy at first.
Close.
Very, very
Into the
close.
dugout.
See that great shot we had of him?
Olsen
Giving the
points
side
to the
eye over at
dugouts.
first. That was
Like,
perfect timing.
he's
He
telling
didn't
them to
turn
check
his
it
head.
out.
He just went
They're
side
looking.
eye. And he had a thought in his mind. And let's see if there's a challenge coming.
They are going to challenge him.
They are challenging. I think he
Walt at
got
the
him.
last second. Remember, you get 15 seconds. He signaled.
I think he
earmuffs.
got him.
Kim's about had enough of challenges, right? He got punched out on an ABS challenge.
challenging the save call first base.
And now an instant replay challenge might have him picked off.
This is going to be real close, guys. I think they got him.
It's going to be close, really close. Maybe a tough one to overturn, but I like taking the chance here.
Right there, he got him before the hand was on.
Yeah, is there enough to say that that tag got to the elbow of that right arm of Kim? We'll see.
Strider had 4 pickoffs last year after only having 2 coming into that season in his career. A big part of his game that improved.
Guys, I'm gonna mute that because of the music. Stadium music, boys and girls. So we're still waiting on the replay. So safe at first. Call on field safe. Yep. Call stand safe on the field.
All right,
All right, so here we go. 2 outs, runner on first. Strider almost had him. I mean, it was
There's
close.
2 down, and Strider's ahead of Freeland here, 0-2.
All right. Freeland 0 for 1 on the night. Shohei Ohtani on deck.
Wiley
Will he get up
reminding us that
this,
those 4
this inning?
pickoffs last year were all in the final 6
Strider
starts
set. Here's
for
the pitch.
Strider. So he's figured something out.
That's going to rack him up. That's strike 3. That slider is absolutely working. That's going to do it for the bottom of the 5th. We're heading to the top of the 6th where the Braves will try to extend the 6-0 lead. When we come back, it looks like we should have Jorge Mateo at bat with Mauricio Dubon, top of the order, and Drake Baldwin will be batting 3rd. So on deck will be Mauricio Dubon. Drake Baldwin would be batting in the hole, batting 3rd. I don't think we're going to have Eduardo Henriquez. We may. I mean, he's 21 pitches in with 13 strikes, a 4.85 ERA. So we may see him. We may see him next inning. He may start for the top of the 6th. I don't know why they haven't updated the scoreboard. We're heading to the 6th. They got 0 there for the 5th. I know you guys probably don't know what I'm talking about, but when you watch the game on the MLB, they got like inning and all that down. Seven Ks on the day. I think he's at 7 Ks. And I mean, I'm pretty comfortable to say we'll see Strider for the 6th inning, or we should. I mean, we should see him in the 6th. He's not tremendously high up in there. I don't even think he's cracked 80 yet. All right, first pitch. Broken bat. That's going to be down the third base line over to first for out number 1. So Mateo all ready to swing with a broken bat. A ground ball down the third base line, picked up by third baseman. Out number 1. They did stay with Eduardo Henriquez. All right, so here we go. Mauricio Dubon.
And regarding
there we go.
Spring training.
Ooh, that's going to be inside ball 1.
Everyone's kind of afraid not to do enough work. And there almost has to be a confidence to do a little bit less, right? To pick your spots, to be really good in your reps, quality reps. But if you get some time, take your time, because they expected to play late October baseball every single year, and they knew that meant a really long season.
Ooh, I can hear the storm get closer.
In spring training. Now we get more off days in spring training than we did. Back then it was one off day. That's all you got. And I remember we had gotten a rain out one day, and Leo had gotten together with the pitchers, and the message was clear. Don't come in here tomorrow and
here we go.
Come here
1-1 count. Up and out.
Off day, take your off day. You want to go play golf? Go play golf. If we have an off day, take your off day, because you're going to.
Dubon 2 for 3 on the night.
And and I get it. There's a work mentality and a culture that just you feel like you want to leave no stone unturned, but it's okay to rest once in a while.
Yep.
Not the way Wiley rests.
High fly ball out to center.
Way up into the air.
Shortstop, second baseman under it for out number 2.
And the other thing that was mentioned in the pregame.
But the center fielder, the shortstop, and second baseman all right there.
Bobby's wife Pam, to Bobby's 8 children, to the grandchildren.
Second baseman decided he was going to take it.
Certainly all of our thoughts are with you all.
Out number 2.
I know that this is a day that seemed imminent at some point.
Top
with
of
the
the 8th and already 2 outs.
When the finality comes, when that moment comes for the family, there has to be
Baldwin
a lot
swing
of
and a
heartache
miss,
today.
strike
So
one.
Pam, and to all the children and grandchildren, all of
Baldwin
Braves
0
Vision
for
and Braves
1.
Country
He has been
certainly
walked.
with you tonight.
He has
and in the
had
coming
2
days and weeks.
consecutive walks. He had 2 consecutive walks.
2
earlier
down
in the
here.
game.
Baldwin takes that
Ball
well
1.
inside at 99 from Enriquez.
Enriquez now pitching his 29th pitch. 29th pitch. He's got 17 strikes of those 29. Foul ball. All right, so here we go. Baldwin ready. Pitcher set. Here's the pitch. Foul ball.
Bouncer toward the dugout.
Bounce
Stays
into the
1-2.
dugout.
Braves trying to force a rubber game.
Bounce
tomorrow.
around over to the
It'll be a
dugout.
matinee. 110 here, 410 back at Atlanta, with Bryce Elder going against Justin Robleski on getaway day. And it puts a conclusion to this long 10-day trip.
Here's the pitch.
Longest
Foul
road
ball
trip
out
the
of
season
play.
for
We'll
the
do it
Atlanta
again.
Braves.
That's a good pitching matchup. Obviously, we're very familiar with the great work that Bryce Elder is doing, but if you take a fan that's not in LA and not in Atlanta and they like baseball, don't follow it closely, they may not realize.
Oh,
that
excuse
both
me, yeah,
these
top
guys,
of the 6th,
Robleski and
not the
Elder,
8th.
are the best in the game so far this year.
My bad.
Yeah, with all the stars that The Dodgers have Robleski, may not be that name that jumps out, but
again, as Hawk said, we're in the top of the sixth,
this year.
Not the top of the eighth. My bad.
And remember, they just put Tyler
I don't even know
Glasnow
how the hell
on
I
the
come
IL.
up
They
with
just
that.
got Snell back today, making his season debut start tonight.
All right, here's the pitch. Baldwin's going to catch it. A piece of it again. It's going to go up and over. Foul ball. Again, count will stay the same. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 2 outs.
Strider pacing.
Top of
He
the
has been
sixth.
tremendous so
Braves
far.
leading
Just the
6-0
one hit,
over
no
the
runs
Dodgers.
given up.
Spencer Strider has looked tremendous today. Swing and a miss.
And he's
That'll
about to
do
come
it.
back out to the mound.
That'll do for the top of the sixth. We are heading to the bottom. Braves leading 6-0. When we come back, Shohei Ohtani, number 17 designated hitter for the Los Angeles Dodgers. Ohtani 0 for 2 on the day with a .244 batting average, 811 OPS with only 6 home runs. Will be at bat. We'll have Freddie Freeman on deck with Will Smith hiding in the hole at third. Strider coming in, 80 pitches in, 50 strikes, guys. 3.24 ERA on the night. Looking strong compared to his last start. He's looking strong. I didn't think he was into the 80s, but I guess it says he's pitched 80 pitches, 50 strikes, 5 full innings. So we will see Strider start the 6th. Now, could we see him in the 7th? Possibly, if we can shut him down 1, 2, 3. Fly ball, ground out, something simple, low pitch. We could probably see him in the 7th, but we'll have to see. Like I said, Strider has looked impressive today. Night and day difference from the last start. Mr. Ohtani.
A couple more guys who played
Showtime.
for Bobby Cox, and this is outside of the visiting
comes the
manager's
pitch.
office here at Dodger Stadium. Kind
Swing
gesture.
and a
Put
miss.
those flowers on the picture of Bobby
Strike
Cox,
one.
and I also thought the moment of silence for both Bobby and Ted Turner before the game was so well done. A very classy gesture. You knew there would be a moment.
That's
of
going to
silence,
catch
but
the
they
bottom
took a
corner
while.
of the plate.
They
Strike
spoke glowingly
2.
about them, and I thought it was just really well done.
Yeah, a tip absolutely to the Los Angeles Dodgers. Excellent work pregame and
Shoot
honoring
fly.
both of those men.
And Strider has done his part tonight.
fly.
7 strikeouts.
to
He's
get it.
ahead of Ohtani here, 0-2, and he's
Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Another K on the day.
Strider has blown the fastball by the 4-time MVP.
At first at bat it was 97. This one here at
He has struck
96.
Ohtani out 2
A good
times
vertical. You
on
see
the
how
night.
The barrel goes underneath the baseball for Shohei Ohtani.
That was a
tells
96
you that
mile an hour
Spencer Strider's
four
fastball's
stream
got that carry you're
fastball.
looking for.
4 seam, not
So
stream,
many
4 seam.
positives tonight for number 9.
All right, here we go. Freddie Freeman.
Freddie
Foul
Freeman
ball.
fouling it away. When Freddie hit that homer last night, a couple of things. One, it was his first since April 6th, so it was one of the longer droughts of his career. It was
Yeah, I
also
got
his
ahead of myself.
100th as a Dodger. And remember, he hit 271 with the Braves, so 371 total
Foul ball.
now for Freeman.
So
in his
0
career.
and 2 in the count. Bottom of the 6th. 1 out. Freddie Freeman at the plate. 0 for 2 on the night.
Strider trying to put
Strider
him
set
away
and the
quickly.
pitch. Inside. Freddie
Just
did not
inside with a
chase.
slider.
So ball 1. Yeah, I don't think we'll see him coming. We possibly. I mean, that's going to be high up out center field. Michael Harris under it. Caught for out number 2.
Let's get a message in right here from Zach Speeds.
Zaxby's giant chicken finger quesadilla.
87 pitches
Get 'em while
in.
you can. Who's got the sauce?
I mean, I was thinking we'd see an 85 pitch night, but hey, he's out there and he's pitched 87. He's
Dylan
still
Lee
in.
is up in the Braves pen, so if you could get Strider here through 6.
Oh,
and
Dylan
87
Lee
pitches right now. You love
in
how
the
it
pen
sets
warming up.
the rest of the way.
I would agree, and I think for Walt Weiss, probably getting him up, taking a look at kind of where this lineup is. You have
Here's
Tucker,
the
who's
pitch.
on deck. Muncy, a couple of hitters away.
Gotta be outside,
Not
ball
throwing
1.
with much intent down there is Dylan
Now
Lee
remember,
also.
Will Smith's kind of been his
Strider still got
kryptonite
some-
tonight. Will Smith with a single
Threw
and
87
walk
pitches
earlier.
against the Rockies in his debut.
Gotta catch the
There's
corner.
pitch number
Ball or
89
strike one.
tonight.
One count. Bottom of the 6th. 2 outs. Oh, I see why I said 8th. To be honest,
Foul
it's
tip
kind
on
of
the
hard for me to.
four-seamer for Will Smith.
How about that? 97. Again,
Kind of hard to see that.
Is holding right
That's-
now, and Spencer Strider has looked great.
I just seen it instantly said 8th.
Smith is the only guy that he
6th.
hasn't retired. A single and a walk.
All right, here we go. 1 and 2 count. Here is the pitch.
Smith
Fly ball.
sends it out to right.
Out
Yastrzemski
to right
over
field.
toward the line. It found
Yes,
He's
with
got
the
it.
catch for out
Strider,
number
6
3.
innings. Shutout. 1 hit.
Spencer Strider still under 90 pitches. 88 pitches on the night. I think we'll see him come out in the 7th. I think they'll rack him to 100. 100, 104, 105. I think we're going to see him go to 100. But I could be wrong. That this might be it. We might not see him in the 7th. And if we don't, he's had a heck of a game. And it's very possible that we don't because they had Dylan Lee, I believe they said, was warming up in the bullpen. All right, so when we come back, we'll have Ozzie Albies at the plate, Matt Olson on deck, and Austin Riley in the hole, waiting to bat third. Bat 3. 3. You say. Yes, I say 3. Welcome in, everybody. I appreciate you stopping in. Hey, if you're just joining and you don't know what the score is, we are currently heading to the top of the 7th, where the Braves are currently leading the Dodgers 6-0. 6-0. We have Ozzie Albies at the plate, who is 2 for 3 on the night with a 3.18 batting average, 894 OPS with 8 home runs. Matt Olson on deck, and Austin Riley in the hole. I honestly didn't think we'd see 6 innings in going into the 7th and no score from the Dodgers. I mean, you know, the Cubbies, Braves, and the Dodgers, your top 3 teams, have all been playing phenomenal ball.
While reimagining
They've had some ups and downs. Now that's expected. But man, are the Cubbies on a hot streak right now. They've went.
Can't think of another
They're
guy
undefeated since
that I would
losing.
rather have
They went a
managing,
10-game
a baseball
winning
team.
streak,
I would
lost,
run through a wall for
and
Bobby.
then now they
He
haven't
stayed
lost
with me when I
since
was 2-11 in
since losing that
1991.
game.
And he gave me the opportunity to be the kind of pitcher that
They are doing phenomenal.
He believed in. He knew the game was hard. He
Braves
knew
are
that
number
players
2
were
in
gonna
the
go through
NL.
slumps. He gave
The
players
Dodgers are number
confidence
3.
when they didn't have it in themselves. And that alone allowed us to be great. All our success is because of Bobby.
The words of another Hall of Famer,
All right.
John Smoltz,
So we got
talking about
Paul
the Hall of Famer Bobby Cox.
It's a good point
Gervasi.
there, right? And this is where you
Paul
establish those
Gervasi on the mound
relationships and
for
your
the
trust and your belief in
Dodgers.
your manager when he gives a deal. Right,
0-1
Smoltz's
count.
point
Here's
there.
the
Wasn't
pitch.
a great first half.
That's going
He
to
believed
catch the
in me.
corner.
He let me stay in the rotation.
Strike
He puts
2.
up
So
monster numbers
Ozzie
second
behind
half
the
of
count.
season,
No
and of
balls,
course,
2 strikes.
And the rest is history.
Paul Gervais, he is tall. He's 6'10" out
Gervais.
there. Just his 7th big league
Gervais.
appearance.
I said Gervais.
As he enters here in the
Ooh, that's going to
7th
be
inning.
up and inside a little bit. Ball 1.
You heard John
Ozzie-
saying there that Bobby
Ozzie
backed
leading
him
back
up. Well,
pretty
how about
quick.
the story Walt Weiss shared with us earlier today? Of course, Walt spent 3 seasons with the Braves, and he said they were sort of an impromptu team meeting. Wow.
Oh, that was hit right back to Gervais. Ozzie with a line drive back to the pitcher for out number 1.
And talk some things as a group.
Yeah, I see that
John Smoltz
this is
ended it
behind.
The playing time they wanted him to let go.
There we go. Let's get this paused up. We'll get it synced up. Matt Olson stepping up to the plate, guys and gals.
Or traded, whatever it may be. It's never any
there you
darts
go. Ball,
on
strike
on
one.
The way out. I sat there. Bobby Cox looked me in the eye and told me.
So here we are in the top of the
released,
seventh. Matt Olson
just
at
the
the
way that he
plate.
talked to you and the way that he treated you.
At
leading
1
up
for
to
3
that,
on the day with a
couldn't really have any
3-run
ill will.
single,
You
or a
respected
2-run
the
single.
decision. You
the
respected
second.
the way that he treated you, and you returned
That's
back.
going to be a base hit right out to
Olsen
center
with
field.
his second hit
A
to go
1
along
out
with
single
2
for
runs
Olson.
driven in
Olson
tonight.
now 2 for 4 on the day.
I saw earlier where Andrew Jones, and I've heard him say this before, but Andrew Jones posted about Bobby Cox being his second father. That's how he referred to him. And I remember, and I know you do too, CJ, when Andrew Jones burst onto the scene.
All right, so Austin Riley at the plate.
19-year-old. And he played center in an unorthodox
Riley 0
way.
for 2.
And he played
Walk
it shallow,
in
and
the
sometimes it was flashy for that time. He would make the catches look so
That a
casual
catch
out
the
there.
top
And you
of
would
the-
see Bobby Cox
top
kind
of
of
the plate.
seething in the dugout.
So strike
And I
one.
think back to that time. Again, Andrew Jones was a little bit cutting edge, if you will, for mid-90s in baseball as a
Pitcher
young
set
kid
and
coming
pitch.
up. And I
Up
thought
and out,
as a young
ball
kid
one,
watching
count
in
is even.
Indiana, I'm curious to see how this relationship of old school and new school plays out. Well, how it played out is that Bobby Cox became his quote-unquote second father.
Boss,
And
9 pitches,
he
7
had
strikes.
a lot of
He's
respect by the
been
end of the
real
career
efficient.
for Andrew Jones, and nobody had more respect for Bobby Cox.
Oh,
than
come
Andrew
on.
Jones.
Challenge that.
That's the kind of impact
Oh,
that
that
Bobby
was
Cox had. He could
horrible,
coach old
Riley.
school, but
Challenged
he learned a way to coach new school.
We even
and
have
an
any
impact
challenges
on Andrew
left.
Jones that nobody else did.
And for a man of his
Not
generation,
sure if we have any
those are big
challenges.
words, right? One of those guys could not, when they watched the game change, they couldn't, and usually didn't stick around. Both
Foul tip.
managers and coaches.
1 and 2 count.
Says a lot about Bobby. You're right. It was an interesting time for sure when that was going on. Because
Your boss.
it was a different style. Bobby was older
Your
school. They
base.
found a way to make it work, and the mutual respect.
Pitching his
ran
11th
very
pitch.
deep.
And Andrew Jones wanted to be able to send in a video, but he was
Here's the
on the
windup.
plane when our crew
That's
was
gonna be
collecting all of that pregame, as Riley did get a piece of that. He's down on strikes. But Andrew Jones did send a text message to Gretchen.
Okay,
and said,
so
for me,
they
like you
say
said,
he got a
Bobby was
piece of it.
Second father.
Catcher catches it.
A man
Out
that meant
number
much
2.
to my career. He believed in me, gave me the
All right,
opportunity
Money
to
Mike.
chase a dream of a game
Michael
that I
Harris,
loved.
1
He
for
meant
3
so
on the
much
night.
to the city of Atlanta. And certainly
Money
those are
has
very,
not
very
been
true
clutch.
words from Andrew Jones. Now Michael Harris.
Harris
Should
with a
send
high
this to the
inside.
You're going to
Fly
hear from
ball
more Braves
caught
alums
for
as
out
they
number
talk to
3.
Peter and Paul. The
Gotta
stretch
do
is
it. We're
always
heading
as
for
fueled
the
by our
stretch.
friends at Georgia Natural Gas.
Dodgers trailing the
Welcome to the
Braves
stretch.
6-0. Hey, welcome in, everybody. I appreciate you stopping in. Hey, if you haven't seen the scores yet, guys and gals, the Braves are currently leading 6-0. Sounds like the wife may be home from work. The Braves are currently leading the Dodgers 6-0. We're heading to the bottom of the 7th. The Dodgers have Kyle Tucker at the bat with Andy Pajes on deck and Max Muncy batting third. Looks like we may see Spencer Strider come out in the 7th. It hasn't changed the pitcher yet. He's 91 pitches in with 59 strikes on the night. A 2.89 ERA for the evening. 6 full innings. So we may see him in the 7th. I would suspect that we see him go 100, 102 maybe, if he comes out. I mean, he's 91 in. Hopefully, if he does come out, that he doesn't get racked up to 108, 110. We have seen Strider in the past go 110. If I'm not mistaken, I believe we've seen him go 110. Hey, welcome back there, H-Town. Appreciate you stopping back. All right, so the 7th inning stretch stuff should be over. Nope. We have a pitcher change. Dylan Lee will be on the mound starting the 7th inning. Starting the bottom of the 7th.
Keese and the boys in the studio there on a night where we remember Bobby Cox. Back at Dodger Stadium, Braves in command 6-0. Now it's on to the bullpen after 6 strong innings from Strider, and here's the lefty Lee.
Got it set up to count the way you want, right?
All right, left-handed pitcher Dylan Lee.
Now handed off to the big arms, and
first pitch.
Dylan Lee has been one of
Ball
those
one.
big arms, almost a 38% strikeout rate.
Looks like the Dodgers are having a pinch hitter, and Alex Call pinch
from
hitting.
the right side, taking the place of Kyle Tucker.
Right down the middle for strike one. Beautiful pitch.
First full season with LA for Alex Call. Deadline pickup last July from the Nationals, so the Braves saw him in the NL East.
Here's the pitch. That's going to be outside.
Pretty interesting. Obviously,
Ball
he's
two.
in there because the lefty
Two
is
balls,
in there.
one
We talk
strike,
about
bottom
the
of the
monster
7th.
contract that was given out to Kyle Tucker to think that he would
Tucker.
be getting pinch hit for. It's a 6-0 game. It's the 7th inning.
You know, it's funny they got Tucker up
With the
as
Los
he's
Angeles
batting, but
Dodgers,
it's Alex
you always
Call.
believe that your offense will have a chance. This is a power offense, but not happening.
Come on,
6 for
get
11
with
against
it.
Lefties is sheer for Alex Call. It's good for a
Update
545
your
batting
stuff.
average. It's Kyle Tucker.
All right, here we go. So we're 2-2 in the
Freeman
count.
was also taken out, not because of injury, just because they got him out
Oh,
of the game.
with a
get him off his
324
feet.
batting
They put
average and an
rushing over there
864
at first
OPS.
base. So a couple of stars out of the lineup for Dave Roberts.
Oh,
If
they're
he
going
sees the
to
Braves
call
bullpen
that a
right
ball.
after Strider gets through 6, and
Count
not to say
is
that
full.
He's punting this game, but
3
he's
balls,
getting
2
some rest, but They
strikes.
just had the off day on Thursday, like the Braves did.
Fly ball.
Ball puts it in the air.
Mateo underneath it. Out number 1. Easy can of corn.
There's a message right now from
Playing
Delta.
Resident Evil. I know I've wanted to play that
Braves
game.
country to the world.
My boy's got it. I told him he should
Delta,
family share it with me. I
official
think he might
airline
have
of the
actually.
Atlanta Braves.
I'm not sure. I'd have to look. I don't really try to family share with too
Dylan
many
Lee,
people.
8 straight scoreless.
I don't trust
appearances
anybody
on the road,
not
and trying
to
to make
cheat.
it 9 tonight. He's got 1 away as
Of course,
he
I
deals
trust
to
my
Pajes.
son, but you know what I mean. All right, so Andy Pajes 0-for-2 on the night. That's going to be strike 1, so the count is now even. Pajes with a 324 batting average, a 913 OPS, 8 home runs on the season. That's going to catch the bottom corner for strike number 2. So we have Dylan Lee ahead in the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Last night was gorgeous, and more of the
One
same
out,
tonight
bottom
here
of the
at Dodger
7th.
Stadium. Where does this
Bottom
one
of
rank
the
for you,
7th,
partner?
guys.
Well, I mean, every time people ask about ballparks, is it where is it great to call a game?
Unreal that I
atmosphere,
just,
mound,
I'm
like,
ecstatic.
There's so
you
many
know,
different aspects. I think
love to tie
from our
this
view
series
right
up.
now,
How about?
both literally and figuratively. It's a pretty good one, but
But for
it's so
me,
loud here, it's
right
annoying.
now,
Like, it makes the
because
broadcast
I do enjoy watching the
for us.
Dodgers, I
how
enjoy
loud it
watching
can be
the
here, but this,
Braves,
of
and I
course,
enjoy
is
watching
an
the
historic
Cubs.
place.
You know, it's all toss-up for
The
me.
surface is beautiful.
I can't be any happier because the three teams that I love to watch play are all doing so well. Oh, that is going to be a base hit through the third baseman and the shortstop.
Rolls it out to left. That's just the
Pajes right out to the left field for a base hit.
Said you got to be
Nice.
careful about a ground ball in the gap.
Ground
Your
ball.
shortstop misses
Like
it,
I
could
said,
end up
right
going to the
past
wall.
Riley,
That's how
right
quick
past
the grass is here at Dodger Stadium.
our shortstop, Mateo.
And more replacements here. Espinal, who started last night, is going to come into the game for Muncy.
All right, Santiago Espinal
3 days. 3 days
at
is a
bat
good number, I
for
think,
the
to come here
Dodgers.
to Dodger Stadium.
Lee
once a
pitches.
year.
That's going to be a fly ball out to right field. That should be easily caught. Yeah, it's underneath
Look,
it. That'll
I
be
put
out
this
number 2.
Not quite in the same camp as Fenway and Wrigley, but those are the 3 oldest ballparks. There's so much history. And I do think there's something about coming here that is really special. Fenway and Wrigley, because of their extreme history, feels a little different to me. And you're right, the PA system is loud, but there still is something special, especially on a night like tonight where the temperatures are so pleasant. Before the sun sets, you can see the mountains beyond the center field.
I'll be right back, everybody.
It is a cool place to take in a ball game.
I'd be good with multiple trips to Boston, multiple trips to Wrigley during the year. It is easier to get back to the hotel from both of those places. Sometimes in Boston, you can walk back depending on where we're staying. It's a solid 50. And 90 yesterday for us to get to the ballpark. That was something.
Yeah, it was a long one, but thankfully the ride home was a lot quicker. It was about 30 minutes.
All right, I'm back. Sorry, guys. Looks like the internet's acting up very wonky.
Fouled into the seats.
Foul ball.
When they built this place, it cost $23 million. Now in today's money, that's about $225, but still, it's hard to get a stadium these days, it seems, for under $1 billion. So you think about it in those terms, it's hard to believe.
All right, so Teoscar Hernandez, 0 for 1 on the night, 2 and 1 in the count, 2 outs, bottom of the 7th. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 2. The count is even.
It's crazy to think that back then there's
Dodgers with a runner on first, 2 outs. They are trailing the Atlanta Braves 6-0.
What a different time.
Here is the pitch.
Yeah,
that is low and outside.
It was an incredible
all 3, so the count is full.
Chavez Ravine and the terrain here. Workers had
Come on, Lee, get him out.
Cubic yards of earth, which at the time
shut him down. 1, 2, 4
to get this ballpark built.
That's going to be to Riley over to first. Easy out, number 3.
And send us to the 8th inning. It is 6-0.
Huh? It's not yet? Something's definitely affecting it. Again, guys, I am sorry about the quality of the stream tonight. It's kind of bouncing around here for me. I just hope I don't lose you guys. Here we are heading to the top of the 8th. Braves will try to extend their 6-0 lead. We got Sean Murphy heading to the plate. Murphy, 0 for 3 on the day. So I don't expect much out of Murph. Then, as of right now, they say Mike Yastrzemski will be on deck, and Jorge Mateo is due to bat 3rd. Paul Gervais still showing as the pitcher for the Dodgers, but it's a good possibility that we see him swapped out.
Low sale prices and 55-month interest-free financing. The Rooms to Go Memorial Day sale starts now.
I called him a lot when I got this job, and there's a lot of questions that I had, and every time I called, he never didn't answer the phone. It never went to voicemail.
Welcome in, everybody. I do appreciate you guys stopping in and supporting the channel
Lord
tonight.
That,
hey, if you haven't done
everything
so yet, be sure to hit that like and that
contract.
subscribe button.
That was
that helps this channel more than you
that
know.
was one of those things that
and
really
I
hurt
certainly appreciate
because
it. Be sure to hit that notification bell too. That way you don't miss any content.
He's been there and done that. And any question
all right,
that
so
I had or any
we do.
situation
Gravas
I
is still
experienced,
pitching.
He'd already experienced that.
We have Sean Murphy at the plate.
Someone great to lean
Count
on,
is now
and,
1-1.
I loved him for it and missed him immensely after the stroke, and he couldn't communicate.
All right, here's the
well,
pitch.
Brian Snicker knew
Foul
Bobby
ball.
Cox about as well as anybody. You think of how long those
That was
guys
Brian
were in the
Snicker
organization together.
Talking about
their relationship spanning
late,
decades.
great
Look at that. Look at that picture.
Bobby
How
Cox.
about that? Look at the stats.
Passed away at
Snit on the
84.
right.
Get comfy, Snit.
But, you know, Snit was well aware that this day could be coming soon. He had been made aware
All right,
of that
low
for a while.
and outside,
He
ball
tried to get
two.
over to see Bobby
Count
as
is
often
even.
as he possibly could while he was managing. And I said it earlier, but I think there's a reason that Bobby Cox hung around until Brian Snitker went into the Hall of Fame for the Braves on April 25th. And Bobby Cox was able to watch
Swing
that
and a
ceremony from
miss.
his
I
house.
told you I didn't expect
And
much
certainly,
out of
Snit, we're
Murphy.
thinking about you today too.
We're gonna
Parker,
rack him
because
up
I
for
know
out
this
number
is
one.
a big loss for you.
There are so many lessons to take out of everything that we're hearing today, right? We've talked a lot about the leadership
Let's see if
of Bobby
Gaz
Cox
can
and
do
listening
anything.
to Walt Weiss talk about how he was treated, what it means to him, how it's
Gaz
going to help
batting
him
a
become a
202
manager,
average,
and then
no
listening
home
to
runs,
Snit there,
6 RBIs.
making me think about how valuable a mentor can be, like a
5.15
true
OPS.
mentor. Like when he said, every
Had
time
to
I called
be
him, he picked
up
up the
and
phone.
out
I could
of
run
the
every
plate,
scenario
ball
by
home.
him. He had an answer for me because he had done it. No doubt that what that meant for Snit in his managerial career, and again now Walt trying to do his part to carry on this
Here's the
legacy
pitch,
as well.
right down the middle for
A lot
strike
of good
one.
lessons out of that
Count
life from
is
Bobby
even.
Cox. Not just about how to manage a baseball game and how to win, but how to pay
91
that
mile
stuff
an hour
forward
cutter.
and take care of people along the way.
Yeah, a lot on Snit's mind today, a lot on Walt Weiss's mind. Two men who knew him extremely well.
Ball two. Good call by the ump.
Well, the Braves
That,
right now,
you know,
Bobby
with
Cox
some of the
under
umps, that
sixth
would have
spot on
been
the
a
scoreboard.
strike
Kinda
all
cool.
day.
6-0 here in the 8th. First at bat tonight for Yastrzemski.
Swing and a miss. Strike two.
Braves
So
do
the
have
count is
Ronaldo
now even
Lopez
at 2.
right now, getting ready in the bullpen after Lee threw the
Top
7th.
of the 8th. 1 out. Ronaldo?
Maybe you try to give, if the score holds, the final 2 to Reynaldo.
Possibly, if it looks really good.
Ronaldo
I think they would like
Lopez
to have
looks
him
like
in a
he's
perfect
warming up for
world,
Braves.
Get some consistent work, but maybe even at multi-inning.
Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Out number 2.
Gervais gets back-to-back strikeouts.
So we have Jorge Mateo heading to the plate.
This guy is funky.
Mauricio
6'2".
Dubon, top of the batting order,
Extension
stepping on deck.
his fastball on his pitches. 7
We
feet.
should have Drake Baldwin stepping into the hole.
Guys get
bat
the 7.
third.
Spencer Strider will get the 7. It's amazing that he does it at his height. That's a big number.
All right,
7-1,
so the pitcher's
7-2
set.
starts to
Here's
get
the
elite.
pitch.
The last
Outside
pitch to
ball
Yaz
one.
was 7 feet 6 inches of extension, meaning that's how far he was from the pitch.
Mateo 1 for 3 on the night, so he's not.
I don't think you're going to
not
see a
been
bigger
very
number than that. So
productive.
that's a guy using his height to his advantage.
6'10". He's all legs out there, too.
There you go. Right up the middle. Base hit. 2 out single for Mateo.
Second hit for Jorge Mateo tonight.
Let's see if Dubin can come in there and see if he can get on base or maybe even bring him home.
Tonight, Braves already have 14.
And Dubin, bring him home. Come on, Dubin, put one out.
This season.
That man hasn't even got the dance tonight.
The Cubs did
Braves has 6 runs,
record in
but I've not
baseball,
got to do a home run
27-12
dance.
coming into today's action.
Come on,
Cubs have
Fat
been
Man
playing
wants to
really
dance.
good, and of course they're going to visit Truist Park.
He just pretty much
This coming
steps out of the
weekend,
box,
Cubs did
man.
lose today,
Yeah, I
so
mean,
the
it was a
Braves
ball,
will win
but
here
he
to
just steps out of the
equal them
box.
at 27-13.
And they
I
lost
swear
Matthew
that's what it
Boyd
looked
in
like
their
like he was
rotation
stepping
to a
out of the
knee
box.
injury. Actually
All right, here
damaged
comes
his
the pitch.
meniscus playing with his kids at home, unfortunately.
That'll be low and outside. Ball
They're down
2.
a starter right now in Chicago.
And that loss today ended a 10-game win streak
That's
for
thunder,
Cubbies.
isn't it? What? Isn't it just thunder out there? What am I hearing? Ooh.
Ryan Tide, look out. Dubon backed away from the plate.
Things went kind of in opposite directions in that National League Central. You had the Cubs go on their run. They're now 14 games over. The Reds had gotten off to a really nice start. They have been struggling. They're down to now 21-19, which is, in that division, good for last place. 2 games over 500. And you are in last place right now in the National League Central.
Whereas in the NL East, the Braves are the only team above 500.
All right, here's the pitch. That's going to be a strike. 3-1 count.
Surprised by the Cardinals at 23-16 right now?
Very. And some of those numbers.
Wife was in here showing me her
how things are going to go the rest of the way.
her cousin that
Obviously,
she's
they'll
real close
probably
to
come
just
back
had
to
her
earth, but
second baby.
For Cardinals fans, it's been a fun run. I think
Little
it's been an
girl,
important
week
one
old.
for them. They
All right,
have
that's going to
lost
be
a
ball
lot of fans
4.
over the last
So
couple of years. Their attendance has
runners.
gone down significantly.
We have 2
And you
outs,
knew it was
top
gonna
of the
be a
8th.
rebuilding
Runners
year,
on
so at least
first
they're playing
and
some
second.
games that the fans will want to see.
Drake Baldwin
It's just
stepping to the
surprising
plate.
that Historically, such a fertile.
Ozzie Albies will be on deck, and Matt
fan base
Olson
there in the heart of the
will
country.
be standing third in the hole. We're trying to keep everything together, boys and
two
girls.
on here with 2 out.
I
Drake
realize
Baldwin, a
it's
couple of
starting
walks
to
tonight.
chop out bad. Low, inside, ball one. Baldwin 0 for 2. He's been walked twice today. Here is the pitch. That's going to be a base hit out to right field. That should. Oh, Mateo trying to come home. He is safe.
It is 7-0.
7-0.
Baldwin drives in number 31 on the season.
Nice piece of hitting here on this 92-mile-an-hour fastball. Behind in the count once again. We talked about Baldwin and his ability. Check, that was 1-0 count on that pitch. Looking at the wrong hitter. And great speed by Mateo. He's done a good job tonight on the base.
Beautiful slide in by Mateo for the
Dodger pitching.
Score.
And the big one is the big hits down.
Braves now lead 7-0. We talked about 2 outs. Runners on the corners.
Issue yesterday. Just
Ozzie Albies at the plate. Albies 2 for 4.
4 for 12 with Risp.
316 batting average with an 889 OPS, 8
They
home
have
runs.
owned the Dodgers here in Game 2 of this series.
Looks like Paul Gravas is going to stay in the game.
And really the key moment in this ball game, you go back to the second inning. It was Ozzie Albies with a 2 RBI single on
so
an
here we
0-2
go.
pitch, and then Matt Olson with a 2 RBI hit behind him.
Get your set.
It really helped
Here
to
is
open
the
this ball
pitch.
game up.
Oh, bouncing. You're going to rack him up for that? Come on, man, I can't. They're testing the check swings, guys. They are testing the technology just like the ABS in the minors and stuff right now. The check swings, there's technology going to be.
Bouncer to the right side.
Bouncer to the right, that'll do it. So the Braves pick up 1 in the top of the 8th. So we are heading to the bottom of the 8th, where the Dodgers are behind 7-0. But yeah, they are testing check swing technology right now. It is going live. Now, at some point, how far do we go into artificial? At what point do you stop with the artificial? I realize with baseball, umpires getting calls wrong, it's a part of baseball. It's a part of the heritage. I get it. It's just when you see Angel Hernandez, or I believe that was his name, and this this other older gentleman, I can't even think of his name now, Cecil was something maybe. Horrible calls. Horrible calls. So it's nice to see the ABS. It's nice to see it actually used to correct some bad calls. But these check swings, man, like, unreal some of the calls that get made. Well, regardless, we're going to the bottom of the 9th. The Dodgers will have till the bottom of the 9th to tie it or to walk it off. We could, the Dodgers are just as lethal as the Braves, guys. So all it takes is a couple bullpen pitchers coming in and just stinking up the place. And these Dodgers hitters absolutely can come on fire. All right, so here we go. Ronaldo Lopez stepping on the mound for the Atlanta Braves. Lopez this season with 7 games and an ERA of 3.28. He has a K rate of 21.7. against his average versus left-handed is 2.60 and 1.90 against right. That's going to be outside, ball 1.
And 3 strikeouts, no runs, just the 1 walk and 1 hit.
Here is the pitch. That's going to be inside, ball 2.
And
Come on, Lopez.
Kim.
You're going to immediately put us behind.
A different spelling, as you can see.
Like I said, guys, all it takes is 2 relief pitchers to come in and stink up the place. And this could be
out. Betts will be returning, they think, this
all
coming
3
week in short order. He's been out with a right oblique issue.
3 pitches, 3 balls.
April 5th.
Here comes the pitch. That'll catch the corner.
Lopez
Ball
finds
or
the
strike
zone,
1.
3-1.
I was going to say ball.
But he and Hassan Kim, they were teammates, right? In KBO,
Yes.
both playing for the Heroes, the Nexon Heroes.
And they were a middle infield duo. Shortstop and second base.
Bottom of the 8th. Did I say something else?
Over to
what did I say?
Kawoom Heroes. My 2 once was a Nexon hero. I'm not sure I was anybody's hero when I was there, but I was on the team and I got the jersey.
Yeah, they were teammates over there, the 2 Kims.
All right, so we got Alex Freeland on deck and Shohei Ohtani standing in the hole, ready to bat third. Ronaldo Lopez.
Now the former 3rd-round pick
Set.
4 years ago by the Dodgers.
Here's
Alex
the windup and the pitch. Low, ball, 4. No, ball 1. Did I say it was the 9th? No, I said they. No, I knew it was the bottom of the 8th. I said they got. I said they could do something here in the bottom of the 8th. Otherwise, they have until the bottom of the 9th.
A little bit
Look
of
at
a
this.
command issue early for Lopez.
6
Sean Murphy's
pitches,
gonna pop out
7
there.
pitches, 7. Oh, excuse me, 7 pitches,
Let's
6
head
balls,
downstairs.
1 strike.
Wally, what do you have?
Well, guys, we've talked about tributes to Bobby Cox for the Braves
Lopez
all night long,
does
but
not
Chris
look
Woodward,
like the
first
Lopez
base
of
coach
old.
for the Los Angeles
He has
Dodgers.
not
He's got a
looked.
Bobby
I don't
Cox
think he's
story.
looked very
Played for the
impressive
Braves
this
in
season.
2007.
I really don't.
And he was towards the end of his career, and the Braves called up Martin Prado. Now, Woodward, he was off to a slower start, and he shared this with Freddie Freeman today, but he was a little
That's going to
nervous
be
about his playing time and his status.
double play.
With Prado coming up, but Bobby called him
That was a
off
ground
this
ball
particular
out to short. Steps on the
But it
bag
was just a
at
conversation.
second.
Hey, we just
Throws
wanna see
over to
what
Matt
Prado can
Olson.
do here.
Out number
You're still
2.
a solid piece in
The
our mind. You're gonna be a
Dodgers.
big part of what
Now,
we do moving forward. And Chris kind of said it
2
probably
outs,
changed
bottom of
day,
the 8th.
changed day. It kinda
Shohei
changed everything
Ohtani
for
at
whole
the
season.
plate.
I mean, things really
Ohtani
couldn't go
0 for 3.
sideways for him.
Strider.
But that reassurance
Strider
went a long way.
struck him out
And
swinging
Chris Woodward
twice
from
on the
time
night.
in Texas as well, CJ.
Yeah, he was the manager.
Burned
when
it by
I
him
competed
for
against
2
him. We actually
Ks.
were in the same draft, Woody and I. But it's funny to hear
Ooh,
that
that
story, the way
was-
that it went and what
man.
they thought the plan was going to be. And then
That was
ultimately
hard
the
hit.
plan became there with
That was
Martin
a long
Prado.
foul.
Don't worry about her. She's just a friend. It got a little bit more serious after that for Martin Prado in the
Superstar Shohei Ohtani now swings
Yeah, Woodward,
and
the
foul
skipper
ball
for the Rangers from
strike
2019 to
number 2.
2022. And now here as the
Ohtani,
first base coach
not-
for the Dodgers.
His pitching has looked
That's good,
impressive.
Good teacher of the game. We actually ran
Even
into
though,
him
I
on
believe it was
Thursday
his
night
last-
when we went to that
his
comedy
last
night,
pitch-
the Dodger comedy night. Christian
His
was like,
last
"Who's that
at
over there?"
pitch,
Sitting
he
across
gave
the
up
aisle.
2
I was
home
like,
runs.
"It's funny,
Those were his
hey, what's
first
going
home runs
on?"
he's given up all
Sitting right
season.
next to us.
But the home runs just not, they have not flowed yet.
Ohtani fouls off.
Another
the
high
pitch.
fly foul
Probably just
ball.
happy to not see Strider
About in the
anymore.
same
He's
area.
a pair of
Lucky
strikeouts
fans, too.
against Strider
Pretty much in the
before
same area.
It's on to the Braves bullpen here.
All right,
Lopez got the
0-2,
double
the
play
count,
ball off
2
the bat of
outs. Here
Freeman.
is the pitch.
He
That's going to be
almost
foul
got
ball.
Ohtani. How about that slow curve at 71?
71
Good
mile
idea
an
there
hour
by
curve.
Ronaldo Lopez, especially if you're going to go in the zone at 0-2. It better be something that looks a little bit different. And you can see the grip and how far apart the hands are. It's not an easy pitch to throw at full arm speed. The grip is what's going to sell it.
Up and out for ball
And
1.
upstairs with 94.
Lopez still ahead in the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
So the former reliever Ronaldo Lopez had struggled a bit as a starter. Braves putting him back in the pen. Trying to
Ohtani
get
ready.
through the 8th here.
Here's Lopez's pitch.
And a slider that again Ohtani just gets a piece of.
And the other thing, when you saw the command there early on, right, to walk.
It is so funny watching Ohtani when he's batting.
It had been a while.
The
since
funny
he'd last
faces
been
he
in a
makes,
game,
guys.
And he only threw an inning in
Oh,
that last
man.
game. So understandably so, trying to stay sharp, a little bit of a different feel for Ronaldo.
Oh, that's going to be ball two, so the count is even.
There's some adjustments that you have to make again when you go back.
Come on, Ronaldo.
Everybody believes Ronaldo Lopez will be back in the.
You need to take it after him, man. Get it after him.
He's trying to work out some kinks. 2-2 pitch.
That's going to be a base hit for Ohtani, so a 2-out single. Ohtani's first hit of the night. Ronaldo not looking good. He is 16 pitches in. 8 strikes, so 50% strikes
about
on his
Ohtani's
pitches.
relative slow start to the
So,
season is that he felt like he was trying to pull the ball too much, opening up, trying to force the ball to right and
Here
right
is the
center.
pitch.
So probably a good sign.
Swing and
there.
a
He
miss.
slaps it out to left for a 2-out hit.
Dalton rushing.
One thing that's always amazed me about his swing, because if you look
First
at
baseman.
it's always been like that. It feels like he's bailing out. It
Must
feels
be
like
Freeman's
he should not be
night.
able to cover
Freeman's
the outside
night
part
must
of the
be
plate,
over.
but he has figured out ways to do it. But when then he starts slumping, it sticks out more, and then you feel like
All right,
you
that's
really
gonna be
can't expose
outside,
that.
ball
So
one.
Trying to get him back at least to the middle of the field. To your point, slapping one to left will.
Will Smith
Probably
on
get
deck
him going,
with
and I hope
Alex
that
Call.
happens starting Monday.
Batting third in the
happen
hole.
next week, and then Braves won't see the Dodgers until the end of August, so he can slump again then. It'll be August 25th through the 27th, the other meeting between the Braves and Dodgers this year. That'll of course be at Truist Park.
Sorry guys, I know the quality's going down. Foul ball.
Rushing the batter, backup catcher, but they've also given him a little time this year at first base, and he took over.
I do apologize, guys and gals.
Freddie Freeman.
Makes some sense.
The internet's
because so far he's hit a little
crapping
bit.
out.
He certainly has shown power.
All right, so here we go. Dalton rushing.
Home runs and
1 and 2 in the
plate
count.
appearances.
2 outs,
That is
run
the
around
kind of guy
first,
you try
bottom
to
of the
find
8th.
at-bats for.
Trailing 7-0. Swing and a miss. Got him. Strike 3. That'll do it. That's going to end the 8th. We're heading to the top of the 9th. The Braves are trying to extend their 7-0 lead over the Los Angeles Dodgers. Remember, guys and gals, if you as soon as this stream is over, I'll be heading over to my Discord, where we're gonna have a watch party for UFC 328. It will be a replay, so we don't want anybody to tell us who wins or whatnot. But yeah, try doing a replay. It actually might still be on. I'm sure the main event probably won't fight until 11:30. And we only have 1 inning left. So. Prelims were good. I mean, it's a stacked card. Absolutely a stacked card. I'd like to see, I want to see Sean Strickland. I'd like to see him. I don't see him knocking him out. And Boers, the champion, if anything, he'll just lay on him. He'll try to lay on Strickland, but I don't think he's going to be able to keep Strickland down the whole time. I think Strickland will get back up. But I don't know. I mean, we'll see.
Really, really fond
Strickland
memory.
is- Strickland has good boxing.
In the dugout, Dodger Stadium, walking up.
Anyways,
and
anybody interested?
To tell me a story.
Our
He's
Discord
in
link
full
is
uniform
in
at 1 o'clock.
Stream details. Feel free to
Spikes
join us.
on,
You don't
cigar
have
in
to
his
talk.
mouth,
Just
and he
just
tells
sit
me
in,
Mickey Mantle
watch,
stories. So
whatever you want.
I'm gonna miss both of
You
them
can interact.
tremendously, and my heart goes out to the,
right,
the
here's the
families
pitch.
and the Braves country.
That's going to be inside, ball 1.
Chipper talking about missing both Ted
Matt
Turner
Olson, 2 for
and
4 on the
Bobby
night.
Cox, who have passed within just a few days of each other here in what's
Come on,
been a
Matty.
tough week for Braves country, but we celebrate both of those men, and tonight specifically, we celebrate the great Bobby
That's
Cox.
going to catch the bottom corner,
How
so
amazing
ball,
is
strike
that?
one.
Think about
ball,
it. Sitting in
strike.
Dodger Stadium in the dugout. Bobby Cox full uni with the spikes on. I love that part.
Matt
with
Olson,
the cigar.
2 singles on the
Smoking with the spikes on. That's an interesting
2
one for
RBIs.
sure, but boy, how
and a
great it would have
stolen
been to
base.
be there for that.
So he has been very, very productive.
Time playing with Mickey Mantle, 1968, and then he's able to share those stories with guys like Chipper, who of course would become one of the great cornerstones of this franchise and the game of baseball.
All right, here's the pitch. Olson down first baseline, foul ball.
Be foul. Like
Just on the inside of the bag. Calls it foul ball.
By the way, the Braves have not shut out the Dodgers since August 13th of 2010.
Wow.
And that is
ever or just here? Like
ever.
Wow. Or I'd say ever, but
Bobby Cox's final season. He would retire less than 2 months later. The last time the Braves shut out the Dodgers here, you have to go back to 1997. So wouldn't it be something if it was tonight that they blanked the Dodgers?
They're trying. They're definitely trying to blank them. Hey, Lele, thank you for the subscription. I appreciate that.
The first 4 in the
Welcome to the Outlaws. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. That'll wrap him up. Out number 1. We have Austin Riley heading to the plate. Michael Money Harris will be on deck.
Just got called up yesterday when they put Glasnow on the IL, and right now he's just saving some innings for that bullpen.
Yeah, he is. He's looking good for being out there right now. All right, that's going to be high for ball 1. I certainly appreciate that subscription. Thank you so much. Like I said, welcome to the Outlaw Club. Home of the Streaming Outlaws, baby. All right, Riley 0 for 3 on the night, though. 207 average with a 634 OPS.
Back in the first
that
inning.
Should be a base hit. That'll do it. A 1-out single for Austin Riley.
On the left side
Riley will be 1 for 4 on the night. Batting average will go to a 212 with a 644 OPS. Michael Money Harris heading to the plate. Michael Harris is like 1 for 3
Braves
tonight.
with 12 hits, just 3 tonight for the Dodgers. They only
1
got
for
1
4.
off of
My
Spencer
apologies.
Strider.
1 for 4.
If you're just
This'll
getting
be
home from the bar
his-
back in Atlanta, Strider went 6 and was tremendous. Struck out 8.
Braves are moving the batting order. That's
what
for
you're
sure.
doing home so early. It's not even midnight yet.
Maybe a late
That might have
dinner
hurt.
back in Atlanta.
Or maybe you pulled a Bobby Cox and got kicked out.
There you go.
I want to see that
They
again.
tossed you after you tried to order a couple of lemon drops.
Looked like that ball bounced back and caught him good square in the midsection.
Favorite of our
I
stage
could be
manager,
wrong.
JR.
Big lemon drop guy.
Swing and a miss. Strike 2.
He tried to make me feel bad today because I made fun of his pink quarter zip.
I tell you,
matches and
Gervas is looking
binoculars.
good.
I said, well, you
45
bought it at a
pitches,
charity.
29
You feel bad now?
strikes.
It's like, no. You still look ridiculous.
386 ERA.
Slider fouled away.
Harris
by
will catch a
Harris.
piece of
That's
that, so
A+
foul
stage
ball.
managing that you're going to
0-2
match your wardrobe
to
with
count.
binoculars.
Yeah.
You got to
Stay the
have
same,
binoculars
do it
to keep an
again.
eye on the bullpens. And
We're in the
Junior's
top of the
extremely helpful,
ninth.
letting us know who's
Braves
warming
leading
up,
7-0.
and also what
So
the score of the Stanley
they
Cup
said
games
it
are.
goes
Oh, wait, he's coming over.
Braves-
That is nice. I'm just teasing. That is nice.
shutting the Dodgers out here at Dodger
0-2
Stadium.
pitch.
They haven't done it
Up
since
top.
1997.
Harris goes for it. 2 down.
Strike 3 for Michael Harris. So, like I said, Harris, he's
One of these
definitely
guys,
cooling
we
down.
mentioned it for Matt Olson,
He was
it
on
a 90
such a
mile an hour
hot
fastball that got
streak
past
for
him.
hit.
92 there.
Man,
for
was
Michael
that guy
Harris,
on
and
fire.
Both of these guys have been crushing
it seems like
fastballs
the bats
all
are
year,
really
but again,
cooled
it's all
down
about
for
that
him.
extension. You just don't see it. It's such a unique look, and it's also arms
Strike
and elbows kind
one.
of going all over the place.
Well,
for this guy at
I don't
6'10".
expect anything here from Murph.
Feels
Murph
like he's
is
sitting next to you
really,
by the time he releases
he's
the
been
base.
so cold. He's 0 for 4 on the night.
Played at LSU. Mets actually took
Foul
him
ball.
4 years ago in the 12th round before finding his way to the Dodgers organization.
No balls, 2 strikes.
And only the 1 walk
2
tonight,
outs.
which is
Runner
kind of a
on
big deal. His walk
first.
numbers in
Top
the
of the
minor leagues
ninth.
in the limited time that he's had in the big leagues have not been good.
Gervais has the signal he likes. Here's the windup and pitch. High fly ball out to right field. Should be easily caught. That'll do it. Out number 3.
Shutout here at Dodger Stadium.
All right, so the Dodgers down to their last 3 outs. Can the Braves shut them down? They return. We'll find out. I don't think we'll keep. I want to see what Walt Weiss does. Will Ronaldo Lopez be there? Try and clean it up. I don't think so. If anything, I thought Iglesias was reenacted off of IL, but maybe I seen that wrong. I know somebody got sent down to make room for him. All right, when we come back, we'll have Will Smith, who is 1 for 2 on the day at bat. Alex Call on deck, and Andy Pajes sitting pretty in the hole, waiting to bat third. Atlanta with 7 runs, 12 hits on the day, no errors. To the Dodgers, no runs, just 3 little old hits today and an error. Dodgers committed an error today. Right here, they need to come alive. They need to come alive.
Well, today we remember the legend, the skipper, number 6, the Hall of Famer Bobby Cox, who passed this morning at 84 years old back in suburban Atlanta. And we've heard such wonderful tributes tonight from so many that played with Bobby, that played under Bobby, that coached with Bobby. It has been a special night to celebrate Bobby Cox, as we also do it with a heavy heart. And the Braves have honored him here on the field at Dodger Stadium by being in command from the get-go, 7-0. And now Lopez will try to get the final 3 outs.
It's been a really
I guess
good,
they're going to
clean
stick
game,
with
obviously.
Lopez.
I think a lot of other things on our mind, including
I think it's a bad
for
idea.
Walt Weiss and Eddie Perez in particular in that dugout, right? And to go out and manage the way that they have.
Fly ball out to right. He has under it. He has it. Out number 1.
Foul ground near the 3:30 mark. And there is one away here in the bottom of the 9th.
I don't think it's been easy for them, but it's been really nice to hear everybody's words and what they've shared about their experiences and kind of reliving some old stories and just some great lessons, I think, for all of us to take away from the life of Bobby Cox.
I said it today. I just kept thinking about how much I used to enjoy when he would trot out to the mound and the way that he waddled out there.
Alex
He
Call
did
at
have
the
the
plate.
chronic knee issues, so he had that funny gait. And
Up
all
and
the
out of the
conversations
top
I remember
corners,
when they
ball
would show
1.
back in the old TBS days, pan over the dugout. He's sitting next to Leo Mazzoni, and Leo's rocking, and Bobby's got his hand on his chin, and they're having those intense conversations. It's
High ball.
the little things that brought
Out
them
of
into
play.
your living room and kind of made them real life figures that you think back on
1-1
all these
count.
years later, and especially on a day like today. Alex Call at the plate.
That's going to be a base hit out to left. That might even go 2.
Get to it.
Oh, yeah, that's going 2.
So one out double here in the 9th for
Told ya. Oh, Lopez. He's going to give up this shutout.
Well, fastball here down the middle. Someone run to there. That 4-seamer from Ronaldo Lopez here. In this situation, it's the 9th inning. Got a big lead. You want to fill up the strike zone, and ball just jumps on a heater.
All right, so 1 out, runner on second. So the Dodgers are now in scoring position.
just the 4th hit.
Andy
tonight
Pajes
for the
at the
Dodgers.
plate.
Here's
Pajes 1 for
Pajes.
3. Outside, ball 1. Pajes singled in the 7th. Lopez with the pitch. Low, ball 2. This guy's he's gonna crap the bed. I feel it. Feel it. He's definitely gonna give up the.
It was announced as a sellout crowd earlier tonight, but most of them have.
That's going to catch the edge. He's lucky because that could have went either way.
7-0 here in the ninth.
So, what do we got? Andy Pages ahead in the count. 2 balls, 1 strike.
It's always a great shot
1 out.
here. That
Runner on second. Here's the pitch.
The Dodgers.
That is deep to the left. Back on the track. That is gone. That is gone. 2-run home run for Andy Pages. Told you he's going to give it up. Just knew it. I tell you, it still doesn't negate how well that pitching staff looks tonight.
So Pages can kind of sit on it and try to get the head out.
You know, hey, great for the Dodgers. You know, they didn't get shut out.
397 feet.
So his excellent.
I was kind of hoping to see Matt Olson and Shohei slug one out of the park tonight.
So still a 5-run
Neither one has been able
to.
to.
One out here. Nobody up just yet in the Braves bullpen. Take another.
All right, so Santiago Espinal at bat. Check swing, says he went.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Yep, 1 ball, 1 strike. Diosco Hernandez is on deck.
Reminder for tomorrow, 1:10 out here starts. 4:10 back in Atlanta.
Here comes
Elder
the
against
pitch.
Robleski for what looks
tip.
like it will be a rubber game of this series.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Dodgers possibly striking the band, starting to tune up. No, that's going to be a soft hit over to Albies, who's going to grab it for out number 2. So the Dodgers now down to their last 3 strikes.
Left fielder number 37,
Diosco's no slouch, man.
In 2024, they were
He's 0 for 2 on the day, walked in the
losing
5th.
First game of this series, so the Braves trying to end that losing streak at Dodger Stadium, and they are 1 out away from doing just that.
That's going to be a base hit right up center. 2-out single, so this game continues. Ah-Sung Kim heading to the plate. Let's see if they pinch hit for him.
shortstop number 6.
Nope, they're going to keep Kim in. Kim 0 for 2 on the day, walked in the 8th. Here comes the pitch. Outside,
behind him,
ball
it's
1.
Freeland, and then behind Freeland, you get back to the top of the order, and Shohei Ohtani.
Shohei's there, but they got it. I don't see Shohei getting up here. Maybe. That's going to catch the bottom corner. That's strike 1. Counts even at 1, 2 outs. Runner on first, bottom of the 9th. Dodgers trailing 7-2. Ah-Sung Kim 0 for 2 on the night. Up and out for ball 2.
I think one of the things that you're looking for here with Ronaldo, you mentioned kind of working on some things, eventually wants to get himself back into that rotation, is the sharpness of his slider. We know
Lopez
how
looks
important
to
it is.
first.
Also keep an eye on some of that
Set.
velocity
Here's
as well.
the
There's
pitch.
been some good and there's been some bad on that slider.
Foul ball.
So far this evening.
2-2 count. 2 outs. Runner on first. Bottom of the 9th. Trailing
40 pitches
7-2.
for Lopez since entering in the 8th.
Lopez looks for first.
2 down,
Gets
2
set.
balls, 2 strikes here in the bottom of the 9th.
Here is the
Lopez
pitch.
deals.
That is going to be a high fly ball out. Foul ball.
DeBond was cheating that way pretty heavily.
So they'll come back. Count will stay the same.
What they believe is ability to drive the baseball.